What's up, everybody? It's me.
Hi. And me.
And we have this motherfucker.
I'm back, baby.
How you doing?
R.I.P. to the Jerry Stiller.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah. I've been watching a bunch of Seinfeld episodes with him on them. Yeah, nice. Dude.
This is Frank Costanza.
Yeah. Yeah. We are moving to Del Boca Vista. So sick, dude.
Phase 3.
Yeah. Phase 3. Yeah.
They're telling me there's not one apartment at all at Del Vista Boca.
Yeah.
Del Vista Bago.
Yeah.
That's like the sickest shit. Like all his outtakes with that.
Yeah.
And fucking the outtakes where he's like
him and Elaine are gonna fight. Yeah.
You want a piece
of me? Yeah. You got it. He's so unlike Ben Stiller.
No, yeah, they're totally different.
It's insane.
Jerry Stiller's so like classic comedian, actor guy.
Mm-hmm. So. I like Ben Stiller. I like him.
I like him sometimes. He's very like Jack Black to me, where like some shit he does I really like, but other shit I'm like, you can get the fuck out of here with that. It's not funny.
Yeah, that's true.
More so with Ben Stiller though. I like more than Jack Black because Jack Black really only did School of Rock.
That's all you like by him?
That I give a shit about.
You don't like Jumanji?
What about Airborne?
I like him in fucking King Kong when he has that sick like bleach blonde crew cut. That's in
Airborne.
That's in fucking Tropic Thunder. He has the bleach blonde haircut. That's the sickest fucking haircut too.
Oh yeah.
But he's in King Kong and he just looks like probably just him.
Yeah, it just looks like a guy.
The Peter Jackson King Kong.
Yeah.
Which, is one of the most forgettable
4.5 hours long. Yeah. And nobody remembers anything about it.
Yeah, dude, that is a very forgettable movie.
Wasn't that good?
I saw Tom beat the video game tie-in.
Was it good?
No, not at all.
Dude, that must have been like the end of the era for shit like that. Because there's not a lot of like video game like they used to make video games for every movie.
Only if it's like
all the Lord of the Rings had movies and shit.
Yep.
But if it's like
or games,
the Hobbit ones didn't though.
No, only if it's like totally worth it. You know, like the Marvel ones make sense. You know, like even
but those aren't even directly tied into the movies anymore.
Exactly. Yeah,
they're their own.
Like they used to have like the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 all had games for the movies with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And he was like in the game.
Yeah, he voiced it.
You know, all the Harry Potter fucking. Hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, you got pants on.
Yeah, come on, sit on down. Yeah. Come on in. We're talking about video games based on movies.
Yeah. We were just talking about King Kong.
We were talking about that Peter Jackson King Kong that kind of like tanked.
The Animal Crossing movie with Scarlett Johansson where she gets railed.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that movie when it comes out.
Oh, I can't wait. I love Animal Crossing.
I do love Animal Crossing. And I do think it would be sick to see that in theaters.
Be all right.
It'd be a dumb movie. There's no context for a movie in that game because there's no like story at all.
Unless it was like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Movie.
It's like The Sims, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't it like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
Kind of. Yeah.
Dude, Carson, you have to catch Carson Kressley with a fucking dildo.
Who's that? Is it the blonde guy?
Carson Kressley was like the fucking the blonde dude in the original one.
Okay.
He's the guy that you remember. Now
he's like the big dude.
Now it's the dude that has AIDS. He's like the main guy in that, or HIV.
They still make it?
Yeah, the one on Netflix, there's like that dude with the long hair who has like HIV positive, and that's like his whole thing is that he's like a celebrity who's HIV positive.
Really? Yeah. That's not a thing anymore, really.
I mean...
Like people giving a shit about it.
I mean, I don't know, kind of, I think.
I don't hear about it anymore. I mean, you don't hear about like tragic cases of HIV as much anymore.
I mean, Charlie Sheen was probably like the last one.
Does he have HIV?
Yeah.
Still?
He came out on fucking...
What's up?
Ellen or some shit and said it. Like,
I have HIV.
Ellen, I have HIV and I fucked Corey Feldman in the ass.
Who said that? Who's this? Corey Haim had HIV?
No, Charlie Sheen fucked Corey Haim in the ass.
Oh, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you end up watching that Corey Feldman movie?
It's like lame as fuck.
Have you seen it too?
No.
You know what he's talking about? Where he's like trying to expose everybody in Hollywood?
Yeah, I heard something about it. Someone said something about it.
I had never watched it.
Whoever said it, I forgot what celebrity said, oh yeah, he did this whole thing where he came out and said this shit. But he's like, I don't know about it. Well, he's like, I'm friends with him, but I think he's like kind of like a bullshitter guy.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone that Corey Feldman named had already been like, had charges like leveled against him already and shit. Yeah, it was like,
so it's like, what do you think?
Like, it was some dude that ran like a fucking teen nightclub for kids in LA, which of course he's a fucking molester. And
am I even in
teen nightclub?
You guys hear me?
What was the one in Naperville? Excalibur? Was that it?
No, Excalibur's in Chicago.
What's the one in Naperville that was
fucking
sick?
Zero Gravity?
Yeah, Zero Gravity.
It's an old folks home now.
Really?
Yeah, they leveled the fucking place and now it's an old folks home.
Do you remember Zero Gravity, the kids club, Dave?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember Club Soda?
No, what was,
it was like the same thing.
Where was that at?
I don't know. It was somewhere in the same area.
Okay, I remember. I just remember Zero Gravity, and like I knew kids at high school that would go and take pictures there, and it's like, what?
I've driven past that before.
Zero Gravity, it's gone. It's an old folks home now, apparently.
It's a geezer.
What? Really?
It's a geezer.
Dude, we got to reopen it and then play shows there.
Yeah,
it's Zero Gravity
what's up,
for
fucking children.
You fucking 16-year-olds. What's up? Yeah.
Just play your drum set with a fucking tennis racket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's cool.
Like backwards.
They'll think it's
hold
cool.
on to the nets.
This guy's breaking new grounds, man.
Yeah, dude. That'd be sick.
That would be.
That probably would sound like shit. It's a bad idea.
But I mean, I don't think I've ever played. I haven't played many video game tie-ins to movies. Like I remember playing the Lord of the Rings games, and I thought they sucked.
I like the Spider-Man 2 game because the first one was like a linear game, but the second one was open world New York, and you could be Tobey Maguire swinging and shit, and that was kind of sick.
Did they make the character look like Tobey Maguire?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's in a suit,
movie.
but like he voice acted and shit. I mean,
heard
they did
the
that.
new Spider-Man is supposed to be like one of the best games of all
it's
time.
Amazing.
Oh, it is sick. It's the shit.
Really good.
One?
The one for PS4. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, it looked.
It is good, and that doesn't have a tie into any of the movies though.
It's its own thing.
I watched a video of the original guy that made Spider-Man on PS1, maybe or
yes,
2.
yeah, PS1,
and he engineered. He did the algorithms. I gotta ask Danny about this.
This sounds like a Danny question. Yeah.
He did the algorithms for like the way the Spider-Man swung.
Yeah,
okay.
And I guess they paid homage to him on this new one and used that same
that swing algorithm.
And they said that because they said that was the best Spider-Man, the Spider-Man on PS1.
Yeah, for PS1. That game was sick.
They used that same swinging motion
trajectory.
Yeah, they had the same. They had a whole little mini documentary on YouTube about it.
Really?
And I was watching it, and I'm like, this is why if I wasn't engaged, I would never get laid.
Yeah.
I was watching that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm not engaged.
I'm like, what am I doing
now?
Right
it's
now?
like 4
Dude,
times
you should
a year.
show Meggie that video.
Yeah.
And see if she would think it's cooler than King 810.
When I even play any video game, it's just it dries up like the Sierra Desert.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man.
I'm out.
Which I don't blame her. I mean,
yeah, because I mean,
you can feel it getting humid in the apartment in the house because it's evaporating.
Oh, it's getting hot in here, huh?
I think it does that to every. What girl likes video games? Like a guy. What girl likes guys that like video games?
But yeah, like if I spend too much time playing video games, she's gonna get mad.
I mean, I don't blame her. I get turned off too. But guess what? She can't score goals with a little fucking race car, huh?
Yeah.
Rocket League, baby.
Yeah, very true. What are you playing Rocket League on? Your PC?
No, Xbox One.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the new systems, huh?
The Xbox Series X.
Pumped? I'm a PC motherfucker.
When's that supposed to come out?
Yeah, I don't have any consoles.
I think both of them are coming out Christmas. PS5. Really? They still haven't announced PS5 yet.
No, there's just like
they announced the controller, which looks insane.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking. It looks crazy.
Yeah, it's very Elon Musk looking.
Yeah.
It's very Elon Musk.
Yeah, he puts it in Grimes' ass and makes it vibrate.
Yeah,
and she has
here's your fucking controller, you goddamn prick. Yeah.
You guys
filthy who?
You guys listen to Elon Musk when he's on Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
I want to watch the new one. I haven't seen.
I was
just telling
those guys. I'm like, when you listen to that, it's like this is what he does. Like Joe Rogan asks a question, and that's just like this.
Yeah.
And then I look at my phone. I'm like, did it pause?
Yeah.
Did the podcast pause? And then it's like, well, I think it's going to take. And then he says it. I'm like, why does it take so long?
Processing it. You know?
Yeah.
30 seconds to answer a question. I'm like,
his
dude,
brain is a
I thought you were
supercomputer,
smart,
dude.
you fucking idiot.
Yes, he's got to plug in the fucking.
Gotta download the info.
Dude's fucking smart, dude.
Yeah.
I think 135 max. I'm smarter than him. with 140. I just don't apply myself like him, and I also I don't have a lot.
You might be right.
I don't have a lot of money left over from racism and apartheid in South Africa like his family does. But if I did, I'd fucking buy Gene Wilder's house and talk to Joe Rogan about it.
It's the same. It's the
Did he
same
buy
thing
Gene
that-
Wilder's house?
Yeah, he has Gene Wilder's house.
It's pretty sick.
Which is sick. I'd buy his house because I bet there's like secret fudge tunnels in it.
But
and
you're
shit.
really honest on him
Yeah.
there, because honestly, like it's the same thing with Donald Trump. Like everyone that's a fan of his is like, he's a smart guy. Trust me, he's a smart guy. But it's really when you have money and you appear smart when you have a bunch of things and like successes.
I think both those dudes are socially smart. Like I think like they know like how to talk to people and like that. I know,
which is a huge thing.
Yeah, I think that's like that's the biggest thing about any intelligence. It's like if you know how if you don't know how to convince people of your intelligence, you might as well be fucking a gas station attendant, dude. Like who gives a shit?
The most profitable people in the United States are salesmen. Because they're not smart. They're just able to fucking sell.
People. Yeah.
Some sales guys make more than the owner of the company.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Think about that. It's nuts.
But you got to, I mean, it's like that's you putting in the work if you're going to do that, you know?
I mean, maybe Elon does know some shit about engineering and stuff.
Oh, he's got to be somewhat smart.
I still think he's a fucking pussy.
Dude, I think his kid's name is the shit, though.
Yeah,
but he didn't name it.
It sounds like a fucking Arion album.
I know, it does. It definitely does.
Title for an Arion record.
Featuring the singer from Rhapsody and fucking Blind Guardian on the song, too.
Blind Guardian.
Featuring John
What's your
Schaefer.
favorite Blind Guardian album?
Somewhere Far Beyond.
That is good. That's your favorite? Somewhere Far Beyond?
I fucking love that record.
Really?
Dude. Yeah, I think it's the shit.
I think
the Bard song and shit, dude.
Yeah, that song is sick.
Fucking
Very virgin.
Journey Through the Dark. That whole album is like
that whole band is very virgin.
All of us like,
dude,
fuck
you gotta
my
fucking
life.
you listen to that record, you gotta fucking write a check to
I actually
fucking
like that
Jesus
band.
and give your virginity back.
Yeah.
You gotta, you gotta fucking
you
get
become a virgin.
You gotta write a check to Jesus.
Dude, I like A Night at the Opera. I think that's their best album.
That is a fucking
A Night
awesome
at the
record,
Opera is
too.
really good. If you want to like, dude, play some sick music for Maggie, put on that record.
Power metal?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And just be like, dude, is this sick? What does she listen to?
That'll be a fucking.
She listens to good music, but nothing
Really?
like heavy.
Blind Guardian to
Like,
a chick
she's
is
what-
fucking ice.
From our
Room.
conversation, I realized, or she told me that everything to her is the vocals.
Oh.
Because she's not a musician. She's like, I do get a feeling from the music, but when it's the vocals that really drive my like emotional feeling from the music. Did you like that Elon Musk answer?
I did, yeah.
I almost got caught off of that
Yeah,
one.
it's good.
I was like, where am I going with this?
Dude,
Trying to navigate
I remember when I was in high school.
30-second buffer.
I remember when I was in high school and I would think about like dating girls. Like if like I ever like was on a date with a girl in high school, which never happened, but if I ever was, and they told me that they only wanted to listen to music for the vocals, that would have been like I would have like left.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "What the fuck are you stupid? You
wouldn't put
don't
on
listen
that-
for riffs or listen for solos." And like now, like if a girl,
Do you
tells
gotta
me,
show
like,
that-
I listen to
No,
music
you
for
know what's a
vocals,
problem?
I'm like, you're a sweet angel.
You know what's a
of the
problem for
world,
me?
and I think you're great.
For me, at least, when I first started dating her, this was like 7 years ago or whatever. She didn't like Radiohead, and for me,
Whoa, really?
that's my favorite band.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they your favorite band?
Yeah,
I didn't
by
know
far.
that.
And to me, I was like, oh man, this is like.
I don't know about this one.
And then she
Yeah.
didn't like Italian food either, and I was like, oh my
That's kinda
God,
weird.
what am I doing?
That's super
And then
fucking
guess
weird.
what? She loves Radiohead now. So
Really?
What about Italian food?
Does she like the 1975?
Do you fucking
Do you like
shove
that band?
pasta in her mouth?
I do
while
listen to
listening
them because of
fucking
you, because I
Killer
listen to this
Limbs?
podcast.
Dude, they dropped a new
They're,
record.
they're all right. I like them.
They dropped a new record on Friday. And
There's some
it's
very
fucking
Radiohead
nuts.
type shit on that new.
Is that better
record,
than
too, but
Justin
it's, like,
Bieber?
lame.
Yummy, dude.
Yeah.
That song's kind of shitty.
I
No,
don't
who's
mind
that
it.
one
It's
guy?
one of
This
those songs
song's
that
been
gets
in my
in
head for so long. I'll tell you right now.
Is
who
it
is.
all my
You
life
guys
I've been
will
waiting
know
for? I've been waiting for
No,
the people to see.
Justin Bieber just
No,
sounds like a
it's,
kid to me still. He sounds
Yeah,
like
he
a
does.
child. Like
He's still 15.
Yummy is like borderline kind of sick, where I'm almost like, oh, I almost kind of like the song, but then he
Yeah.
does these weird like
No, that
vocals, and it's like,
Roddy
dude.
Rich.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
Roddy Rich?
Yeah, I do know Roddy
That
Rich.
one song?
Yeah.
Bird Box? Or what's it called?
It's something I gotta look it up. I see it. It's like every
The
girl
Box,
on Tinder's
The
profile song.
Box.
Yeah, the box.
It actually is a banger, dude.
Yeah, that song's alright.
is
I never
a
listened to
banger.
Roddy Rich. I don't.
That's like the new Billie Eilish on Tinder.
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
that song specifically.
Everything else on his record is not that good, but that song bangs.
I haven't listened to anything else but that song. Yeah, it's an alright song.
But I had to ask Eddie today, like, give me some like albums to listen to because I don't know any new ones. You know,
Yeah,
he gave me a lot of good ones.
really.
You guys
What
want
do
to
we
know
got?
them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear this shit.
I'll name them off because I added them all on Apple Music.
Dude, listen to the new 1975, man. Did he put that on there? Yeah, I don't think he
Saint Anger.
Okay, that's good.
That's
Great
Toto.
start.
Was that new Decrepit Birth next to Saint Anger down there?
This is my last. This is what you guys should do for your podcast. Have them whip out their phones on Spotify or Apple Music
On the
and name the last like 10 or 20
and then play the
albums they
song.
added.
Play
Oh,
the
that they
songs.
added?
Yeah.
Can you look that up? Like by date?
Yeah.
No, but you just say
demonetized?
recently added and it gives you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine would be pretty sad.
So I got King 810.
Okay.
Okay. I listened to that podcast you guys had.
Uh-huh.
Such a great
One of the
fucking
Old
record,
Man
dude.
Glooms.
Okay.
The Whitechapel that you
The
guys were
last
talking
one?
about.
Yeah.
It's actually is good.
It is sick,
There's a lot
right?
of good shit on that.
Shiner.
What is Shiner?
I don't know. It's a really good band. It's sick artwork.
Oh, it is sick artwork.
But they were like a band from the mid 90s.
Okay.
They kind of sound Soundgarden-esque, but they came back with a new record out of nowhere.
It's that
And
album.
Eddie said like everyone's freaking out about it. It did sound really good.
Oh, I gotta check it
10,000
out.
Fists by Disturbed.
What made you want to?
Because when the album kicks in with
Shimano!
Survivor.
Oh yeah.
Survivor!
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that is kind of.
The new Bong Ripper EP.
Is that good?
I haven't listened. I just added it.
Okay.
I didn't listen. The newer Ulcerate.
Yeah, the new one.
That first riff on that record is
Fucked. Yeah, it's
so
sick.
fucking good.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's good.
That's
a
all
really
I
good
heard
record.
so far was that first riff.
Yeah.
And then he had me add some other shit, but I was listening to that first riff and was like,
That
what
album is
the
sick.
fuck,
And he likes that
dude?
record?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, all the other Ulcerate. This is one of
Yeah.
my favorite bands.
They're
dude.
the shit. They're hard to listen to though because it's like their riffs are so dense, and I'm like, fuck, this
They're
is so
dense
sick.
because
but-
their riffage isn't like single note riffage.
no, it's all
They're
insane.
very chordy riffage.
Yeah.
So there's so many like notes and
Dude, and their
layers.
drummer is so fucking sick.
Yeah,
He's so
dude,
good.
That band's sick. Single Mothers,
I never heard of
I've
them.
heard of that band.
which
yeah.
I told Eddie, I'm like, you told me about this band. It's coming up on my like recommended on Apple.
Listens, yeah.
And he's
They were
like, no,
always
I
on-
didn't. I was like, oh, maybe Jason did, but it
It
wasn't,
wasn't
me.
me. No,
They were
Single
always on
Mothers.
like soft grunge tours and shit in 2014.
Single Mothers.
Yeah.
Like what other bands would they tour with?
I can't remember, but I remember seeing their name on a lot of flyers, like when I was getting
With,
out
like,
of that
Citizen and
music
shit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
exactly.
that type of shit. Okay.
I don't know if it's like. I think it's a little bit like better, but it's like Joyce Manery. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
that world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, where it's like
And then
somehow respectable version of Citizen.
Yeah.
and then Jesus.
Jez- Jez-
It's Jesus without the last
yeah,
S.
Jezu.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jezu.
yeah.
Jeez.
Do that? Oh, that record's good. That new Autumn
Is
for
it?
Crippled Children. Yeah, I like that band a lot. Have you
Oh,
listened?
No, but that was another band. I'm like, oh, they have a new record. I was like, I think Tom told me about that back when I was like 10.
Really?
No, but yeah, when I was really
They're a
young.
sick band. They got
They're
really
somebody
good.
did.
They're fucking awesome.
I haven't even
dude.
heard
But
that. Have
that
you
is-
listened to that new record by them?
I listened to this
No,
song.
I haven't heard their shit since that one shoegazy record he did in like 2016 or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
listened
yeah,
to
yeah.
one of these songs. I just played one. I just added these all like 5 hours ago.
Uh-huh.
So I played like one song, and I was like, because it says death metal and black metal,
Yeah.
and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like
It
it
sounds
doesn't
like
sound,
shoegaze,
whatever
yeah.
song I picked was not even close.
Oh yeah. They
But it
just have
sounded
yelling.
good.
They have like screaming vocals. That's pretty much it.
And then
Yeah, it's the
Arms
shrieking.
and Sleepers. That sounds like a band I've heard people talk about.
I've never
I've never heard of them either. Arms and
I haven't
Sleepers.
listened to anything. Converge, their new EP, which is Eddie told me 30 minutes long.
Oh, that experimental song or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Is it
like
good?
Endless Arrow.
He said it was
I've listened to
sick.
a little bit of it. It is cool. It's like an ambient version of the song Aimless Arrow on the
Yeah.
The
on-
best
not
song
the
ever
last
is
record,
Thaw.
the-
Aimless
dude.
Arrows was in on the
No.
Remember Thaw?
Yeah,
No.
the first song on that.
Yeah.
Tom
That was
loves
the
Thaw,
lead single
too.
and shit.
I liked
You know
What
Thaw
the
by
fuck was-
Converge?
I don't
Like where it
listen
just
to
like
Converge
starts
a
with
whole
that
lot.
like drum
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
fill, that quick one, like
It sounds sick.
like it's just like a quick.
There's
Can
a
we
point
just
in my-
play it?
yeah, go for it.
There's a point in my life where I was trying to be a Converge dude, but I just lost
Yeah, me
it.
too. They're
It's
cool
just-
though.
Yeah, I like them, but it's just so like
The
a
drummer's
thing.
sick.
Is this guy even
I
in the
just don't-
scene over here?
I hope I'm not.
Look at all their top songs are from Jane Doe.
I know.
Yeah, which is like
Is that out? Is that on Jane Doe? That song?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
even like a famous song, but it's a
That's sick.
It's just sick.
Yeah.
That first part is just like, okay, let's end it before
we get taken.
Before Bannon gets
Everybody
us.
make noise, make noise.
Before Joe Rogan takes us down.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna kick our ass.
Dude,
man.
how about Joe Rogan? $100 million.
Good for him, dude.
Maybe he could start fucking now.
Yeah,
Dude, he's a sellout, man. He's a sellout bitch. Fuck.
dude, like he wasn't already worth $200 million.
Yeah. So what's the deal? So now it's
He
only
was
gonna.
worth 50.
Oh, only 50? Really? I think that's.
I looked that
find
up right.
Hard to believe.
I looked it up right away because I'm like, because as soon as someone told me about this, I was like, that's not like something Joe Rogan would do. Like Spotify only. He seems like the guy would be against it, and then.
Yeah,
Eddie and Nick were like, he got $100 million, dude. I was like, oh, okay. Anybody would fucking take $100 million.
Yeah. And that's why I
But
resent
that-
anyone talking shit about him. It's like, what, you wouldn't?
Oh,
Right.
my God,
Yeah.
right away.
So-
Especially if he is worth $50 million because he just doubled his whole life's worth
Yeah, dude.
in one signing.
He tripled it if he's 50.
Oh, yeah, it's 150.
Yeah.
But
It's
then
like
I was like,
insane.
oh, man. I was thinking, I'm like, this is what Stern did when he went to Sirius.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this has got to be like the biggest contract. And then I looked up Howard Stern's contract
Nothing.
like 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He got $80 million every year.
Oh,
Whoa.
And I was
yeah, 'cause
like,
I was gonna say, I
what?
thought he has like $500 million.
Yeah,
Like, Howard Stern has an obscene amount of money.
Yeah, and I was thinking like, oh, Joe Rogan just like, he got up there, and I was like, oh, no.
Oh,
Actually, like Howard Stern, I think most of his money comes from DVD sales for private parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Royalties.
He doesn't want to
DVD
see
royalties.
Every time it's on
What's
FX,
her
he gets
name?
like $100
Robin.
million.
It's on FX a bunch.
Robin was hot back then.
Yeah, she was. She's cute.
Robin.
I like Robin. It's
That was she
an
got skinny
unlikely
for that
team.
movie.
Yeah.
I know,
Oh,
very
it's a
unlikely
fucking
team.
people.
They're sick though.
Yeah.
Artie Lange coming in, dude. Yeah.
Dude,
That was the
Private Parts
best
is such a
years.
fucking-
Gobo knows. Me and
Dude.
Gobo have many
He's all about
combos.
it.
Dude, some of those fucking like Artie Lange things are like legendary, where he's
Yeah.
like nodding off and
Dude,
shit. And he's like just like berating guests and shit.
Dude, it was incredible.
What the fuck, man? Like,
Remember
that's
when he
great.
berated that one New York? This is gonna be way off, but he was like a New York dude that was married to like a porn star, but that girl killed.
Howard K. Stern?
No,
What's
that
wrong
he
with
like this guy was like a jacked like Italian from like New York,
Evan Sinfield.
and then it was like
Seinfeld?
it was a big.
Are you talking about War
It
Machine?
was a big case like back in the day.
I don't remember.
Where that girl like stabbed the other girl, and then he started like he married the one that stabbed his wife, and it was like a big thing on Howard Stern. And Artie Lange was like, "How do you feel?" Like he was so fucking. He was like, "How do you feel about stabbing that bitch?" And then I was like back, like eating a donut.
Are you talking about Buttafuoco, right? Joey
Buttafuoco.
Yeah, Joey
They had him on all the time.
Because the lady like came to the house or whatever and like shot the chick or whatever. Yeah, he
my
shot his
God.
wife.
So the guy kept saying like, "Shut up, Artie, you fat ass." He's like, "How do you feel about stabbing that bitch?" And he'd like bring in his coffee from a gas station, like, and he'd be like.
Yeah, he's sick, man.
Dude, Artie Lange's Beer League is the shit, man. Remember Comedy Central's Midnight Stash or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Where they play it. It was either that or South Park movie.
Yeah,
They play it
dude.
every fucking Saturday night at midnight.
Dude, I love Artie Lange.
Yeah, he's the
I
shit.
seriously
Dude.
Dude, his
love
nose
Artie
is
Lange.
really cool.
Yeah, dude. You get
Dude,
an
it's
Artie
so
Lange, get a
fucked
Lang
up.
nose, man.
Yeah,
I
dude.
feel so bad for that guy.
You're gonna Lang that nose up, dude.
There's a point that we talked about Artie Lange so much that we started associating him with like things that made no sense with him. Like we were talking about some restaurant, and Alex was like, "Oh yeah, that place is called Artie's, right?" I'm like, "No, it wasn't.
There was some restaurant before we went on tour that Adrian
Yeah.
was talking about. and I was like,
Tartine or
He's
some
such
shit."
a
No, it was,
fat guy
Freebirds, I
hero.
thought.
Freebirds, yeah. And you're like, "Oh, what's that place?
Isn't it?
Artie's?" It's like, what, dude?
He's such a fat guy hero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
he's
shit.
a sick, like micro penis fat guy. Hooker, yeah.
Dude, that
He's very
girl,
micro
his like
penis,
girl that
yeah.
he totally fucked up the relationship with was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And she like loved him.
Yeah.
And he fucked it all up. And even Howard Stern's like, well, she's calling me, asking how you are. Like, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know.
It's this
like,
big fat fuck up
I don't
who's
know.
on heroin.
He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, sick guy though.
Dude, I was watching that. You know that like
He's a real dude,
That
you
black
can tell.
that black midget dude, Beetlejuice.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I remember
How
Beetlejuice.
do
Those
you
are
spell
so-
red?
Those are so funny. Like
LRPTQU. And then they ask the other guy, how do you spell red? He's like, RED. And then they're like, Beetlejuice, spell red again.
Yeah, dude. They fucked with him.
He's so sick.
I
man.
used to
was
listen to
watching-
that shit when I was a child, dude.
I was watching all these clips of him like the other day.
Beetlejuice?
Dude, he's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's the shit, dude. That's like some of the funniest shit ever. Beetlejuice.
They brought him on stage
dude.
once because all those guys used to go on tour after the show, like on the weekends, to make money as like Howard Stern's Rat Pack, and they would have like concerts. And I guess Beetlejuice like went in Cincinnati or somewhere in Ohio and shit his pants and got a blowjob right after he shit his pants from some like chick.
Whoa.
And they were like talking about this on air, and it was like the most unbelievable thing. Like listening to Howard Stern like hear this and like talk about it.
That's sick, dude.
Because Howard Stern's the biggest puss ever. He sits, you know, he just sits in his house and like he like lets all the people on his show like go out and do everything.
He fucking rubs elbows with that shit, but he's not that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's so fucking wild. Yeah, I remember when I got in trouble once in school because my parents used to listen to Howard Stern in the mornings. When I would go to school, we would listen to Howard Stern on the way. And they would watch Howard Stern too because they filmed his show. It was on like E or something.
Yeah, it was on E at night. And I would jack off to it.
Yeah, I remember my parents would watch it. And I remember my parents let me watch the Miss Butterface contest. And like I was a kid, so I thought the whole concept of like, oh, she's hot, but her face, and they make them wear bags. I just thought it was like the funniest shit in the world. And I got in trouble once because I was telling my friends about how funny it was, and my teacher overheard.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was like bad.
I just remember there was this one where they had like all these like women on there that like they all looked kind of like men, but one of them was like actually like a transsexual.
Oh yeah.
And like Howard like guessed the one. He's like, I bet it's you. And like it turned out to be like not her. And then she was like crying. He's like, don't worry, baby, I'd still fuck you. You're
I remember seeing that too. It's just like, whoa, dude.
And he'd also be like, I'd still fuck you my 3-inch penis.
Yeah,
like he was like so vocal about his small dick.
Yeah, but like he apparently doesn't have a small dick. He's just like says it to be funny.
If you're a millionaire, I'd have a
Micro
fingernail
penis.
of a dick.
Yeah, I have a micro penis installed, dude. Install me. Give me that micro penis.
$10,000 band. I'll
just
take
for the
it to
fun
my
of
dick.
it. Like I'm so rich, I'll still get laid.
Yeah, with a micro penis. Dude, I remember. I remember there was one bit he had where he was talking about like after you wipe your ass, how your fingers kind of smell like poo, like duty. He's like, and got that duty finger smell, and he would say it like all the time. It was so sick because it was real. I remember being a kid and being like, yeah, I know that, because you're like a kid and you don't know how to wipe your ass. Exactly. But it's
and then you get older, you're like, that doesn't happen to me.
Are you a cruncher?
Exactly. Am I a cruncher?
Yeah, instead of folding it.
I'm a hybrid. I do a little bit of both, a little bit of crunch and a little bit of fold.
I do that too. Yeah, I fold and then crunch. Yeah,
it depends on the kind of paper, man. There's a lot of factors to adhere. Yeah. If I have like super thin toilet paper, I'm like crunching.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad papers out there too.
I know.
I like shitty toilet. I like one-ply shitty toilet paper though.
It's like this.
I like one-ply shitty toilet paper too, man. It's effective.
Yeah, I think it's way better. And it lasts for way fucking longer too, dude. 2-ply like is gone in like 3 days.
Yeah. The thing with the really fancy toilet paper is you get
it clogs.
It clogs.
Yeah.
The really fancy toilet paper
My
starts
shit
clogging.
is low flow because every apartment.
Yeah, because you're like throwing fucking basically like paper towels into the toilet.
It's essentially it's a softer paper towel without the grit.
You gotta have a good ejector pump for that shit.
I use a lot of flushable wipes now. It's like my go-to.
Yeah, I try to get into that, but
careful.
I'm so lazy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
You're lazy?
Like pampering myself lazy.
Yeah, I don't do that
Where
shit
like
either.
I'll buy like the wipes and I'll use it for a couple of days and I'm like, this is a great idea. And then like soon enough I leave the top open, they all dry out. And then I'm just wiping them like a normal toilet paper.
We have those wipes, but I only use it because if I piss in the sink, like which is most of the time I pee.
That's like tour shit.
It'll fucking like dribble onto the fucking basin of the sink and I'll wipe it off with that. That's the only time I ever use those.
Yeah, I only use them on tour too, and then I realized how sick they are. I'm like, why don't I just use this at home?
They're good to wipe your balls with too.
Yeah.
Like,
do
you guys ever had a bidet before?
Huh? A bidet? I've never used one, but they look sick.
I don't want to spray water in my asshole. I don't think that's fucking.
You don't?
Why, dude? Yeah, why don't you want to do that?
That's
huh?
weird. Because I already don't really like the sensation of the fucking cold fucking wet wipes on my ass.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like
this.
It
makes me feel so clean.
I hate the way that feels, dude.
Yeah, this is warm as Jesus.
Dude, throw it in the microwave, man. Throw one of those things in the microwave, then fucking use it on your ass.
I don't have a microwave.
You do?
Get a hot plate.
Don't you have a portable washer and dryer? Stick your ass in that thing, dude.
I have a portable washer.
Yeah, my yeesh. Yeah, get it all fucking.
That would be really sick.
It would be sick.
It's a good idea.
Tia comes home from work and you're submerged, sitting inside your portable washer. You're like, I try to wash my ass. You know? I meant more like you're sitting in it, but you're outside of it. But that's good too.
No,
yeah.
I'm stuck inside.
Yeah, that's good. That is really good.
The look on Dave's face is the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch that show Baggage?
No.
That game show that Jerry Springer hosts?
What? Is this new?
It's from like 10 years ago, maybe.
Oh shit!
And so the show's called Baggage. It's like a dude or a girl.
Dude, Jerry Springer,
and they
rules,
choose between
man.
like dude, what a
sick part of the
talk about
culture.
a sick life.
Yeah.
He fucking got rich off white trash. And if YouTube had been around, he would have been fucked because those white trash people would have just been on TikTok making.
Oh yeah, well that's what they do now.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's like a dude or a chick. It's like a dating show, and then there's like three.
Oh, I have seen Baggage, dude.
They all have like secrets in their bags.
I have a good story about this after.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask you guys because it's like there's always three pieces.
What is it
of baggage.
on? I've never even heard.
It's on. I have like that TV Plus shit. It's like internet TV, and it's like some game show channel,
like
that's
Pluto
on that.
shit or something.
Yeah, it's called TV Plus.
Okay,
and yeah, it's like this game show channel.
Baggage, yeah,
and like every person has three pieces of baggage. And they reveal it like one by one.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
They like the person that has to pick picks which one they want to choose based on like baggage, like how awful the secret is. And I was just gonna ask you guys,
dude,
if you had any fucking idea what your baggage would be.
My baggage, it's in my shirt.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's definitely
I'm
like
fat.
me pissing in the sink is like my number one. Like that's like the first one. That's what I come out the gate.
I think just anxiety
so many
freaking
times.
is
my fucking sink, dude.
That's not that
Have
bad.
you ever peed in the sink while being in the bathroom?
What do you mean?
I do that sometimes.
Piss in the bathroom sink.
Oh yeah, that's
I've
the sink
done
you
it.
do. That's the sink you pee in.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
pee
but
in my
I'm
kitchen
looking at the toilet while I'm pissing in the sink.
Yeah, well that's the sink. Yeah.
but
I wash my
Alex,
hands
you're
while
tall.
pissing in the sink.
You're tall, so it's like for you, it's like a urinal. For me, I have to tippy toe on my sink.
Rest your balls in
And
the
then I
basin.
my dick's like on the sink thing. It's like spraying everywhere. Like, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Dude, you should film that. You should.
What am I doing? My
That is
toilet's
sick.
right there.
So much.
You're fucking living life, man. You're living life on the edge, dude.
I've done that way too many times.
That's
And
sick,
you know
though.
what's pissed me off is when
Literally pissed you off.
The other day, I was pissing in the sink while I was putting toothpaste on my toothbrush.
Are you serious?
Multitasking.
Yeah, you go to the side with that, and then you fucking put it on there.
Oh, but you
wet it, and you fucking brush your teeth while pissing.
That's
sometimes I
dangerous.
piss in the
Dude,
sink.
it's such a thrill, man.
Sometimes
it must
I piss
be.
in the
It's
sink.
such a thrill.
What's up, Dave?
I pissed in the sink and thought like, oh my god, because when you turn the hot water on, you can smell it.
Oh, yeah.
Did we ever
It's in
find
the
that
pee
video?
trap, and I was like, oh my god, like when Maggie brushes her teeth in an hour, she's just gonna smell
What the
piss.
hell is that?
I think about it, it's like,
Yeah, it's kind of gross,
I
man.
just smell like piss in here. But what I'm pissed about is Joey Diaz
Yeah.
told this story about him smashing shit.
Oh yeah, in the shower.
Oh,
Great.
Ask Eddie and Nick and all my friends. I told that story back in 2004, dude.
Did you did
Oh my
that?
god! Every day I'm just shit in the shower and just like smash it in the fucking drain.
Did you? Wait a minute. Okay, hold on.
Did you
So-
ever shit in your hand and throw it in the
I was like
toilet?
pissed off. I'm like, this guy's
Oh
getting
yeah,
all
this
these
isn't
laughs.
new. So
and
you're
I'm
getting
getting
all
it?
this credit
All right.
for it.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, when did Joey Diaz?
I gotta get
Diaz
high,
do it?
man. This is like I
I mean,
can't
it was
handle
probably-
this
Yeah,
sober.
they were
probably around the
smoking
same
some
time.
Yeah,
pot.
dude,
What are you
I
doing?
can't
Tell
fucking
the
handle this
story
shit.
until-
So wait a minute. When you're fucking,
years ago.
so if you're,
You
what kind of
weed
drain
head?
did you have?
Huh?
Like what kind of drain were you stuffing? Was it like just one
was a
hole, or
round
was it one
one.
of those grates?
It was
like
a
looks like
stand-up
sewer
shower.
drain?
It was a stand-up
Okay,
shower.
so it was like a grate. So you had
Yeah.
to like it was like
Yeah, I
shoving
can-
poop through a cheese grater.
Yeah, because
exactly.
mine that I have,
I was
couldn't
just gonna
even do
say I
that.
cheese grated that shit.
Yeah. 'Cause I couldn't do that in my tub. Like I don't have I have a shitty hole that like,
I've
has,
done
like,
it so
a
many
layer.
times. I've done it so many times I can't even count. Like back in the day, it was a lot.
shit, man.
Back in high school,
did your shower not smell like shit?
Back in high school, I had like, when I was by my dad's, it was just like a basement, like you know those like half basements. I forgot what they're called, like a half level. Is that like second level way down a sub floor?
Yeah.
And it was just like a room, like maybe twice as big as this size.
You took a shit in it?
And it was my bedroom, a TV, and like a bathroom right there. So I like,
whoa.
And then the other side was like only this high of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a crawl space that way. And the crawl space was where the bathroom was. You open another door in the crawl space with the ejector pump, all that shit.
Oh, okay.
So I would go in the bathroom in high school. I would go in that crawl space, smoke cigarettes in it, next to the sub pump, like underneath like all the sub pump. Did you ever smoke cigarettes? And my aunt would always be like, "Why does it smell like cigarettes throughout the whole house?" Because I thought I was being slick.
Yeah.
But all the cigarette smokes was going right up the stairs. And then I'd turn on the shower like real hot, where it would be like so steamy you can't even see. And then I'd take like a bottle, like a ice water bottle of vodka, like this real short, like that much, and just start drinking in the shower. What? And then shit in the shower, and then stop it in, get real wasted. I just smoked cigarettes.
You were in high school?
Yeah.
You were like the coolest guy.
Yeah. And I like stop the cigarettes in, or stop the shit in the thing. And then...
And nobody ever caught on to that?
No, and then I just walk out, and like the whole... At the time, I was like, oh, I'm so fucking...
Sick?
I should be in the FBI, dude.
Oh, because you're slick? Because you
genius.
But like years later, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fucking retard.
Yeah, some loser shit. Yeah, I mean...
Like, I just
hindsight's funny.
I whacked off, shit, smoked cigarettes, all in this tiny room, and thinking the whole house had no clue.
Dude, you gotta bring that Dave back, man. Dude, find somewhere in here you could smoke cigarettes and then shit in your shower.
I haven't shit in the shower. Actually, I have shit in the shower like this year, but it's not
this
like that.
Year?
Yeah,
it's not like that, dude. That's okay. So you got a 5-month window here. That's less than half a year, dude. We're not even in June yet.
No, but back then, I used to shit in the shower because like I just was so lazy and just thought I was a badass, you know?
Yeah, it was cool.
If you have shit between your toes, you're Vin Diesel.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you ever see Triple X?
But fucking now,
you're Ving Rhames.
Now when I shit in the shower, it's like an actual health problem, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. It's like,
uncontrollable.
It's like I have to get on all fours.
Dude, there was one time in high school where I farted and sneezed at the same time, and I shit in the shower.
That's how the dinosaurs died.
And I what?
You ever see that cartoon where they say that?
They farted and sneezed at the same time, and then the dinosaurs like, oh, that's sick.
They sneeze, farted.
No, but I was like paranoid, and I stayed home from school that day because I was like so embarrassed about like myself for.
Wait, what did you do?
I farted and sneezed in the shower, getting ready for school at the same time, and I shit in the shower.
And you didn't go to school?
No. I thought I was like, I
did that in school.
Diarrhea shitted in the shower.
Literally.
It was disgusting. It was just, I was disgusted with myself,
like,
dude.
I know,
like, man. Well, that was the thing. I was like, what? I thought maybe it would happen again, so I was like, I'm staying home.
Okay. All right.
I was
Literally
fine.
in grade school, I was walking out of lunch into recess, lifted my leg, farted, shit so wet, like all over. It was running down my leg. Then and there was a bathroom right there. Walked in the bathroom, cleaned myself out, threw my
in high school,
threw my underwear.
Oh,
I've heard this story so many times, and it's great every time.
Threw my underwear in the trash. Went outside, and I kicked ass and kickball, dude.
That's how you come back from that shit. That's how you know this guy's a winner.
yeah, dude.
He's able to be resilient.
You should write a book.
That's what they should have put me. They should have gave me a psychiatrist because it was so seamless. Like there was no like thinking back in it, I was like, man, I was psychotic because it was so seamless. I lifted my leg, farted, shit my pants, didn't even like be like, whoa. I just like literally went left. I beelined for the bathroom, took my underwear off, cleaned my ass, threw my underwear in the garbage, and just fucking went outside.
Okay, so how do you?
That's like one of those things too. Like you were in like a class.
Nothing phased me.
You were like in your line, like going outside with your class, right?
Oh, yeah,
and you went to the bathroom. Everyone was like, "What are you doing?"
No, but I did the classic leg lift. You know, when you like fart and you're like, "Oh yeah, watch this, motherfuckers."
Yeah.
And I just like it was
sprayed shit.
It was Niagara Falls, dude.
Okay, let's back up here for a second though. Think about this. Think about this angle, dude. You have to be the most zen motherfucker to go from like sheer terror and embarrassment to confident kickball player. How do you do that?
But I wasn't even embarrassed. I mean, I probably was.
You at least had to be scared.
I had to be embarrassed.
But did you know what you were gonna? Because my immediate reaction would be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then I would be like, all right, I got to throw out this underwear and then get my shit back on track.
In our school, like. You walk down a hallway. If you go right, there's a big hallway to the outside.
Okay.
And if you go right to the parallel to that hallway, there's two bathrooms, girls and boys.
Okay.
So I'm trying to turn left, and while I'm turning left, I fart and shit myself.
Yeah.
And then I just beelined it the other way. I was just like, boom, the bathroom.
But how did you get from that to then being like, I'm gonna fucking crush it in kickball right now?
I don't know.
You were on your way to recess.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be as
it
like
wasn't
zen,
about the
dude.
shit. It was about
You're like transcended.
It wasn't about the shit. It was about the kickball. I love kickball so much. Nothing could stop me.
Okay,
kickball is the shit.
That was your recess.
Kickball is the shit, dude. Kickball is such a sick fat guy sport.
It is a fat
That's
guy
the thing
sport,
because
dude.
we got those meaty
How is that
calves,
not
dude.
How is that not like a big sport?
I don't know, but it's like,
dude.
There's like we played kickball on one of. Were you there when we went to that park by Adrian's old apartment? We played kickball on his birthday.
No, I was not.
That was like the first time I ever saw Max, his brother, run, and like
scary,
it was like scary watching him play.
Talking about him,
dude,
run though.
He like whipped this kickball at one of the guys, and it was just like. Fuck, dude. Like the whole just watching his giant arm and hand hold the kickball and just like, and I was just like, I was worried. I was like, dude, Max might like hurt somebody, dude. Max looks like he could like kill someone in that game.
Being as big as your brother's gotta be such a weird thing, dude. Your brother's like so big, he could be like, I'm gonna fix this GPU, and then like someone walks in his house and he's just like,
yeah, crushes their head with his hand.
He could be like a nerd and just like destroy people at the same time.
Yeah, Max has a lot of like secret rage too that like is unexplained.
Yeah, dude, Max rules, man. Yeah. Shout out to Max.
Yeah,
he's the shit. We got to get him back on here, man.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, he's so sick, dude. What a sick guy.
If you're 6'8", I don't care who you are. You rule.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me.
For all intents and purposes, you rule.
Max
you rock my socks.
Your brother is a shit.
He's fucking awesome.
He's so much better than you, dude. What happened?
You guys are very good salt and pepper combo, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Salt and fucking pepper, man.
Salt and pepper, ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions.
You're like the blonde.
We're definitely ketchup mustard because Max is ketchup and I'm mustard.
You're like the blonde, sexy rebel.
Yeah.
And he's like the goody two shoes, brown haired.
Dude, look at this sick ass PF Chang's uniform you're wearing today, by the way. I love that shirt.
Yeah, dude, this is like one of my favorite.
You look like
dude, in fucking GTA 5 when you take Trevor to the discount store to get him shirts and you can buy him bowling shirts. That's like I was like, dude, like
I have like
I
all
want
of
to look
them.
like fucking Trevor, dude. Like
he's sick.
He's so
how sick is that game, dude?
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
It's insanely sick. It's so fucking good.
There's some moments in that game where I like feel bad about what I'm doing.
I know, dude. I can't wait for you to get where I'm at in the game now. Like every mission feels like the final mission in San Andreas, where it's just like I can't believe I just did that. Like I did like an FBI raid today in the game, and I was just like, what is this? Where's CJ? Where's Big Smoke? Where's fucking Tommy Vercetti?
Well, isn't Franklin is CJ, right? That's the same voice, isn't it? They sound the exact same.
It's a different guy.
It sounds the exact same.
I've looked it up.
Okay.
But I know that there's lineage because they're both, he's Grove Street too. It's just not explicit
you
in
can
this
find
game.
Grove Street in the game. It's like right there.
I know. It's sick.
It's
Did you ever play GTA 5?
Yeah. What a fucking insanely good game.
I'm playing it for the first time, so.
Yeah. I love doing the fucking first person and like drive, like, I don't know, all the detail in the car and shit, man, where you're like, where you
What's
get
up with
in
you,
like,
Banshee, dude? The Banshee.
Dave is just killing me with the reactions.
The Banshee. Remember the Banshee?
Yeah, Banshees were sick.
awesome.
There's still Banshees in GTA 5.
I know.
The other
There's
day
so many cars in that game.
The other day I fucking I was like just doing a shooting spree thing. Dude, I like to do these fucking incel shooting sprees in GTA 5 where I go to the strip club and I like touch the stripper so they kick me out, and then I take my gun and I shoot everyone in the strip club and get mad. There was another. Oh yeah, I like to do the I like to steal like gas trucks and drive them to like the pier and just like get all these people around, just blow up the gas truck.
Kill them all. Yeah,
it's so funny. It's such sick like
Dude, it's
terrorist shit that I like to do in that game.
I've never done any of that.
I stole a bus the other day and I fucking like ran into this dude driving a smart car and I killed him like right away. His car like exploded. It was like insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it's so fun. And like,
dude, that's the difference.
There's so many
me and you, man. You do all this psychopathic shit. I'm just trying to like play the story.
For real though,
and
sometimes like when you do that shit, like, and you're like taking out these officers, like, dude, like you're fighting all these police officers, and like the dudes will like drag the dead guys like away from the fire, and you're like, dude, do you have to make it that realistic? Or like you shoot them, you shoot the guy with the shotgun, and he's like not dead, and then like he's trying to get up, and you're like, I guess I gotta kill you. And you're like, holy shit, like it feels really real.
When you're playing, you're like, maybe Congress is right. This needs to be banned.
No, honestly, I think like any school shooter should play that a couple times before they think about doing. Like that's like jacking off for
pointers.
School. Like how you jack off to decide if you like a girl. That's what you should play GTA 5 to decide if you really want to shoot your school up. Like if you shoot up people in San Andreas or GTA
Nothing's
5.
better than killing your bullies in real life, though.
Well, just pretend.
I'm kidding.
Whoa, this is definitely a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
dude.
it's very
going
good.
all over the place.
Anyway,
look at this blow up doll, though.
We're talking about movie games, right? Talking about movie
I
games?
think that's what we started when Dave got in here.
Oh man, that's okay. I'm done.
What was the last movie game to come out?
I don't know. Probably like I mean they still make Lord of the Rings games, but they're not really linked to the movies anymore.
It's its own thing.
Yeah,
that Shadow something or other.
Shadow fuckers.
I played
Shadow
the first
Man.
one.
You ever play Shadow Man for N64?
What about Animal Crossing? Did that have any new updates lately?
Yeah, it did, dude.
Turret.
I'm an outsider looking in, wanting to get in on it, but I realized
I should have brought it by.
I
man.
have enough shit to like,
dude,
take care of it.
I cheated. I fucking.
You don't want to build a virtual house on Little Island?
Well, this takes way too much time.
Dude,
you
Bill,
can get some pointers in that to do in your home here.
Bill, what day is it today?
He's got a drum kit at his island.
I do.
Right
I just got an effects unit too, a rack effects unit.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's turnip day.
But what's the new?
Raked it in or what?
Not yet. This week I'm about to hustle though. Yeah, I bet you I'll have 20 million in that game by the end of this week.
Nice.
Bet.
20 million?
Yeah, dude.
You gotta bring the Switch back and let me see the new island.
I will. I'm gonna bring it this week on Wednesday. I'll bring it.
Sick.
Oh fuck, man. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of that game, but that's why I'm trying to play Grand Theft Auto 5 now because I'm like, this is a game for fucking men that have testosterone to burn. Fucking, this ain't no little kids. This ain't no walking.
What were the
park.
updates, though?
We're not selling no goddamn turnips in this game.
What are the updates in it?
In Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing.
Like they do
Animal
like it's like all it's
Animal
usually like
Crossing.
holiday shit. So if there's like a rally at your museum you could do during this past week where like it's dumb. It's honestly like the dumbest fucking update. And I'm like, this is pointless. But you could go around your museum and see like the shit you've donated and you could do a stamp rally and they give you this special item. And I was, if you collect all the stamps, and I was like, oh, sick, maybe it's worth a lot, but it's not. And I'm like, I don't want this shit. And it resets it. So you could do this activity at the museum every day. Like it resets. But it's Nintendo. If you're fucking listening to this right now,
I'll tag him.
oh, you know what though? Before I badmouth Nintendo, I'm a little high right now, but I've been going down this weird ass rabbit hole the past week of looking up like researching insects. I feel like I'm in second grade now, dude. Yeah. Did I send you that video?
Slug shirt.
Yeah. Did I send you that video? Did I show you the one of that larva that grows to be like the size of a Polish sausage, dude? This larva,
disgusting,
dude, the larva of the fucking Hercules beetle, it's like carnivorous. It eats meat and shit. It's like a larva that grows fangs.
Yeah, man.
No, you can't just man it. You have to think about how fucked that is. There's a video. There's a national. I just found out that that Nat Geo, the abbreviation of that is for National Geographic. I thought it was some stock market shit.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. This whole time I thought it was some stock market shit.
It makes sense.
Yeah, the Nat Geo. Yeah, it does. And it's like, oh, National Geographic. Yeah. Nat Geo sounds like some technology that was developed in Korea that's smarter than me.
I'm really glad Alex doesn't listen to this show.
Alex Silva?
Yeah.
Does she like Beatles?
She works for Nat Geo.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Tell her to send me some pictures of those indigenous titties.
Actually, I want to know more about
how
Beatles.
sick is indigenous nudity, man? Like they don't care.
You're the only person I know that's down with it.
I love indigenous nudity.
I don't.
I love like concert nudity too, like flashers at concerts. I think that's
those are two very different things.
Yeah, but it's also like nudity that's not meant to immediately be sexual.
Okay.
Especially indigenous nudity.
Yeah.
Like concert nudity is like, I'm excited, I'm taking my top off.
Sure.
But indigenous nudity is just like, I do this all the time.
I know. That's why I don't think it's that sick.
I get water from the stream with my tits out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the titties look, I don't know, man.
They look good. They're big floppers. Swinging udders.
Yeah. That's sick. Big swinging udders.
Indigenous nudity?
What?
Indigenous nudity. Are you into it? Do you ever jack off to it when you're a kid?
When they show those videos of...
Did you when you were a kid?
Yeah,
this tribe's...
Fuck yeah, I did.
It's the first time we contacted this tribe, and like they're all like... Sorry. They're all like going like this.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and they had the sound effect. Sound effect.
We call that nipple licker tribe. Did you guys see that shit? In I don't know if it's fake or if it's real, but that shit where Brazil supposedly had a UFO crash last week.
Oh, I did see. I didn't.
No.
I did see that.
I didn't see that at all. You sure it happened?
No, it's probably a lie. But
I didn't look
still,
into it at all.
very interesting stuff.
Dude, let's go, man. Let's hit up Nat Geo, see what they know about it.
Top 3 countries you'd be scared to go to. Brazil is definitely like number 1.
Really?
Brazil seems really scary to me.
I don't think
so.
Because like if it's not the Amazon rainforest mysteries and things that'll kill you in there, it's like
that's sick though.
It's like insane fucking like lawlessness.
Big butts.
Yeah, worth it.
Big butts. Shit in everywhere.
Scary,
Take that chance.
Well, he's not an ass guy, so
no, I'm not. I'm a tit man.
He's got to go to Titland.
You got to go to
so I'm
Maywood.
going to Sweden or something.
Maywood? Dude, I think you should get a 6-pack of St. Pauli Girl, dude. Why aren't you drinking fucking St. Pauli Girl?
Dude, I was drinking St. Pauli Girl the other day.
Were you really? Was it gross? I didn't even know they still make that.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I read the label and it says they stick to the strict guidelines of the German brew of 1821. Or whatever.
That's what like Sam Adams says too, though. I don't believe that shit. You know,
Sam Adams is good underrated beer though.
Yeah, I disagree, but I know you like it.
It's good.
I feel like their seasonals, but I don't like their flagship like beer.
Well, I don't like their season. I don't like any of
I
their
feel like the microbrew scene killed that company.
Lineys, get out of here. Yeah, I do like
They tried to build
Liney Lodge. I used to go to the Liney Lodge with my family.
Yeah, Leinenkugel is the shit.
Yeah, Liney Lodge. Yeah, the apple beer's
Cougs,
good. Yeah, Cougars.
It's a great fucking middle of the road beer.
Yeah, Summer Shandy's sick.
Yeah, Summer Shandy's the shit.
And everybody's like,
until you drink like 10 of
fucking
them.
pussy bitch if you drink Summer Shandy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I like shit that tastes like something that doesn't taste like wee.
It tastes like wee.
If you're an alcoholic though, that shit sucks. You gotta drink like
what? St. Pauli's Girl?
Yeah, no, Summer Shandy.
Oh, is it
you're
low in
gonna
alcohol
be drinking like
you want to know you're
Danny.
You're gonna get a.
You gotta drink like 40 of them, and by the 5th one, you're like, this is way too sweet.
Yeah,
it's too
much
sugar
in
him.
Yeah. Which is,
do you remember when Elon Musk smoked weed on Joe Rogan's podcast and like those companies texted him saying like,
he's like, oh, I'm going.
Dude, I'm getting like emails about like my credit score, and I'm like, ugh, great. That's the only thing that smoking in my show.
I got a fucking credit card today, man. Came in the mail. I got a secured credit card.
Dude, don't be flashing that. What are you doing? We got a video.
I'm covering the numbers. I know.
From where?
Check it out, dude.
Was that Capital One? Yeah, you motherfucker, Capital One ass. Hell yeah. Good for you, man. That's good.
Sick, dude.
Well, how much is your limit?
$200 right now.
Yeah, that's probably what they start you at.
It's a secured credit card, so I had to put $200 down for them to give me this
Really?
shit. Yeah, I don't have any credit, dude, and like everything on my credit report is fucking like emergency room freak out bills that I didn't pay and shit.
Oh yeah, those will go away.
Yeah, but that's everything that's on my. It's like 3 of them that I went freaking out because I thought I was diabetic, but they were like, "Dude, you just fucking stupid."
Yeah, and
I was like, oh, yeah. Dude, it's so funny. The one time I went there, I was like,
I was diabetic.
I was freaking out.
Yeah,
I got an Uber to like a Swedish Covenant. And,
that's my fucking hospital.
Yeah, it's a great hospital. And
it's called Swedish Covenant.
Yeah, it's on like Foster.
Holy shit.
It's
on like a metal band name.
Yeah,
I think I worked.
But
I worked on that.
Did you?
The hospital.
It's like Francisco.
Way north, right?
Yeah, it's on Foster.
Yeah, I think I worked on it.
But I like freaked out. I was like freaking out, and I thought I was gonna like pass out in this dude's Uber, and I was like, hate to break it to you, man, but if we get to the hospital and I'm passed out, just let them know that I've been. I told him all my symptoms. I'm like, let them know that this is what happened.
That dude is like, I'm not doing anything.
It took him like 5 seconds, and then he's like, "Oh, are you talking to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Like I might fucking pass out, man. I don't feel good." And it was like
an Uber.
And like it's like one of those things that I think back to like randomly.
Were you high?
No, I was.
You were sober and you said that shit to a dude?
I was freaking out, dude. I was freaking the fuck out.
You have good freakouts,
and
man.
Fucking I was freaking.
You have good freakouts.
And fucking and like that's one of those things that I think back to, and I just like. Like you shout out of your head, you're like, oh, what an idiot.
Sick you and Max shit though. That reaction you just had of being so mad at like, something you did in the past, and
why
you're
did
just
I
like,
do that?
Yeah. You're funny. You guys are funny, dude.
5-star rating.
Bad, man.
I wonder what he rated you as a passenger, man.
I fucking 10. Rated me a gun.
Yeah.
I want to kill this guy.
Kill this guy.
He probably had notes on the rating.
Yeah.
Like, he said to say this.
That's some weird shit to me.
How long ago was that?
That was probably like 2017 or 18.
What was it? His anxiety?
Okay.
Yeah, I was just freaking out because I thought like I was diabetic, but I wasn't.
What made you feel like you had diabetes?
I don't even remember, dude. Like
you don't remember?
I don't remember why.
You had a panic attack.
How long were you at the Were you in the hospital by? What would Tia do? What was Tia doing when you were having these freakouts? Oh,
yeah.
Would you tell her? I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So what would she do?
Diabetes.
What would she just be like? All right.
And that specific one, she like met me there and she was like, "This is what's happening." I'm like, "You're always minimizing my problem."
Oh, really? That's a fair concern. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but then I was like, "Oh, that's exactly."
You're an idiot.
That's exactly what she should have been doing.
And then he wrote a Treyu song after that.
Yeah. Come on.
Let's go in the Swedish Covenant.
I think I have diabetes. Maybe I'll just die. Gotta tell my Uber driver my symptoms. Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. Dude, I just meant like, okay, what I was trying to say earlier, because I am high. Elon Musk like smoked on Joe Rogan that first time he went on, and didn't like
inhale.
Didn't a bunch of people like pull out? Yeah, like what are you doing? Like I'll smoke weed on the show and nothing will ever happen to me. I get like Twitch notifications that Vincent Bennett's playing video games online. Like, yeah, I'm not worth shit. It's just funny. But anyway, that's what I was. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That's like, I mean, I've seen.
That's all that's on my.
A minimal freak out of yours.
That's on my credit thing. That's it.
Oh yeah.
That's all that's on.
It's on your credit history.
Yeah, it's on my ER bills that I've not.
Like Credit Karma tells you
it's expensive. How long were you at the ER
for diabetes?
Not that long.
Really? They got you in and out? You weren't. It wasn't like a 4-night.
Wow, were you about to
after
pass
work
out?
that one night? You just went over to the hospital and you were there till like 4 in the morning.
Dude, I was there all night. I called off the next day.
You sound like Mark Maron, dude.
Yeah. Well, actually, there was actually something wrong though.
What was wrong? Was that
the kidney cysts?
Oh yeah. Whatever happened though?
I don't know. I don't feel them right now, so I'm drinking.
They didn't.
Give a shit.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. What does that have to do with kidney cysts?
Because this goes to my kidneys.
Your kidneys.
Yeah.
Is that what causes the cyst? Did they say that?
No, but like sometimes when I would drink, it would make it feel worse.
What did they tell you to do? So what did they tell you to do when they're like, "Yeah, you have kidney cysts"?
Let me explain this as a guy who stomps shit in shower toilets, shower drains,
shower toilets.
You coined shower toilet? Coined the shower toilet.
This is a classic symptom of diabetes.
I like that you set up your credentials.
Denial.
I still think it's sick that you
Bad
shit yourself
credit.
and played kickball right after.
Bad credit.
I have no damn credit.
Bowling shirt.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah,
for that
dude,
credit,
this PF Chang's shirt, dude.
Buy and sell your ass when my score is fucking at least 600.
Dude, Alex, you look like
520, dude. My
you were
credit
look.
score sucks.
Do you put shit on credit when you buy shit from that's sweet Zounds?
No, I don't have any. This is my first credit card ever, dude.
Yeah, they.
But you don't
recommend that?
You don't get credit.
They recommend that to you though. Like Capital One's like a credit building company.
Yeah,
like, you want a credit
Zounds
card?
does not do that. Zounds does not do that.
They won't do it.
No.
Now, there was some shit that I saw where like,
But even if you like finance through Zounds, that's got to help your credit.
no, it doesn't.
Not at all.
Really?
I mean,
It
unless
can
it's like
only-
with a credit card and your
Yeah.
credit card
Yeah.
improves your score. Zounds doesn't do
it
shit.
can only hurt your credit.
Yeah,
Actually.
we fuck you credit wise. We do
I
not
just
help
started.
you,
Did
but
you
we will
know?
fuck
Good
you.
to know.
Did you know to get like good credit, you have to have 7 years of credit history.
Yeah.
Which start if you went to college and you took a loan out. It
Massive
starts
fucking
then.
loan,
That's
yeah.
usually when it starts.
So
or
right
when you get
there,
a credit card.
You're like dinged hard.
Dude, I'm
for having,
still
like,
paying to go to Columbia.
Really?
Are you
I haven't
really?
been there in fucking 5-6 years now.
Holy shit!
I still owe money. I owe like fucking $18,000.
Woo!
Yeah. And
And what did you learn?
And that's not even bad compared to what some people.
I know.
owe.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Columbia's
Some people
probably
owe
fucking-
100,000 to
Columbia's probably like over 18,000 a year, right? I mean,
Oh,
how much
yeah,
was it a
yeah.
semester? Like 12,
I don't know what it
15 a
was back
semester
then.
to live there too.
That's the thing about
What'd you
like
go for?
sending kids to college when they're that age, and then you have them take money out, and your parents aren't paying for it. Is you when you're 18, you don't even think about it. You're like, oh, whatever, $18,000. You know what I mean?
Like, you
I don't
know
even think
what the
I
fuck
looked
that
at the
means.
numbers.
You were like,
dude.
whatever. Yeah.
Like honestly, and then they fuck you into like this huge loan that's like, that's the only loan, one of the only loans at least that I know of that in America you can't go bankrupt and it gets wiped.
Yeah, it's.
You
Yep.
can.
I
It's,
think
it's always there.
it's always
I'm pretty
with
sure
you.
it's the only one.
Yeah.
A college loan?
I wanted to vote
Yeah,
for
student
Bernie
loan.
Sanders just to get rid of my loan. That's the only thing I cared about. Like you can talk about all this socialism shit. I don't give a fuck about that.
Get that
I'm
fucking
like, I just want
load
that
off my
fucking
back.
loan gone, dude. Tell me I'm getting $18,000 back. You'll get my vote.
Right.
I feel like that's most people. Give me money somehow, and I'll vote for you. I don't care what you believe in. You can believe in fucking anything, dude. Just give me money, and I'll vote for you.
Fair enough.
That sucks.
Yeah, dude.
Do you guys
I'm glad
have
I
loan
don't- I
debt?
don't owe anything.
Oh, I have credit card debt, but I don't have any no student loans.
Yeah,
I went to
My
trade.
dad,
student
yeah,
loans.
my dad fucking saved money for me to go to college, and I quit before it ran out. So fucking,
Nice.
I don't owe anything.
Yeah, remember when you were
My parents were supposed to pay for my college, and now I'm all of a sudden
dude.
paying for it.
Hey,
At
this is
30
Alex
years old.
here at radio.
Would you go to Columbia for engineering?
Yeah.
Went to
Dude, you
radio
look like
business.
you work at a combo
What a terrible
Panda
thing to go to
Express in
school for.
Sabaro right now.
Yeah.
You got the
What could I get for you?
Needless
You
right now.
pea brain?
Fucking-
Yeah, you got
Oh,
the
Nate,
fucking.
you're an idiot. So was I. Because
You
you
get
can
the
just
wife
learn
beater
off of
very
YouTube.
Sbarro.
I mean, basically.
But even then, back when you were doing it, that wasn't like a common thing. You know.
Yeah, but I feel like
Now it's like you.
I feel like
there's
all
so
the
many
big
resources online.
producers. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm going to be a big producer because I dropped out of college, but all the biggest producers never went to college for fucking sound engineering.
All the richest people.
It's
you know
all it
never
is
finished college, dude.
It's with anything. If you're into something,
Yeah, and you're good
you
at
really
it.
get into it and you get obsessed with it. Just like people that have Animal Crossing villages that are sick. And you put all that time
Yeah, you
into
put a
music
lot of time
production,
in.
you'd be a good
Yeah.
producer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's all it
Million
is.
Yeah.
You might be. Some people just don't have talent.
Like think about it. If I play
Sure,
guitar as
sad.
much as I should have, I should play like Steve. I've been playing guitar for 16 years now. When Steve Vai played guitar for 16 years, he was fucking
shredding
shredding
it.
He was, like,
fucking
rich.
tits off
Yeah.
of people, dude. But I mean, he just had no friends and he was a fucking loser.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
Dude, do you think Nate Madden is very akin to Steve Vai?
No.
No. Like Steve Vai is a better player.
Then Nate Madden?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Vai is better than
A lot of
everybody.
people.
Yeah.
He's like, what, top 10 best guitar players in the world?
Do you think
Alive?
so?
I mean, you can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even like some of the death metal
don't
bands
think
you
he's
guys
better
talk
than-
about,
Yeah.
I like listen to them and I'm like,
Steve Vai rips them apart.
I mean, there was so fast, dude. Some of that shit, but I feel like if Steve Vai was in his prime and wanted to play that, he could probably play it in 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Would you think?
I mean, I think like
honestly,
I don't know his learning curve, man.
I don't know. A lot of things are like rhythm. Like some bands have a lot of rhythm, and some people like you had some guy on here.
You think?
The guy from was Andrew from Oceano.
Oh yeah.
Serpents.
Yeah, he said some guy like was like a insane shredder. He was like a Dream Theater cover band, and he couldn't play his songs.
He couldn't play.
That's what he said in your pocket. He couldn't play like the rhythms,
right?
And a lot of it is feel. Some of those bands that just shred like Dream Theater, it's like because those bands, dude, none of them have good songs. Their songs blow.
I don't want to hear you talk shit about Dream Theater. They have 3 really solid records.
Show me a good riff. Show me a good riff, though. Yeah, but seriously, I'm telling you, like a good riff where I'm like, damn, that's a sick riff.
I will. I know.
But he said that. Did you believe him when he said that?
What? Do I believe who?
The guy had a hard time with it? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
I know plenty
There's
of
some guys
that
like that.
So he can't play like the. That's what I mean.
There's a lot of drummers that are like that too. They play. They learn just by playing blast beats, and then they can't do anything deconstructed from.
You give them a jazz record, and they can. Like, what's going on?
Exactly.
Here? Oh, it's called rhythm.
Yeah, dude. It's just like you couldn't play a simple song. Yeah, that's definitely the case a lot of times.
But Steve Vai, dude, trust me, I think the guy's the biggest douchebag in the world.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes he's pretty cool at the same time.
He's sick.
But he is one of the greatest guitar players ever to live.
Dude, we should get Gabe in contact with him because he never posts. He just posts music, man. He doesn't post about politics or anything.
Who? Steve Vai?
Yeah, no, man. He's all music.
No, that's what I like about him. And
he is sick.
And he's just like, he actually is like he's not full of himself like as much as you would think. Like when I was growing up, I'm like, fuck this guy, look at him.
Yeah.
But then when you see like interviews with him, he's like actually a pretty humble dude.
He's a nice dude. Yeah.
He's like super. He's like, I'm not that. Like he like downplays it 100%. He's such a Malstein, I never watched interviews of him, but I can
he's an asshole.
I can tell the way he plays that he's a dickhead.
He's sick though too. Here's a good riff.
Here's a good riff real quick. Dude, that's some fucking Kansas rip-off shit right there.
It just sounds like Faster Bear and Air, so I don't know why you're hating on this, man.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? I could turn the BPMs up.
Right here, this bass flare.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, man. Dream Theater can riff.
That's very.
I mean, do you guys think that fucking Carlos Santana could be an Arcspire?
No.
Yeah.
No. I wonder if anybody's ever fucked to that riff.
I have tried many times, dude.
But you haven't.
Yeah, I wanted to fuck.
That was actually a sick riff. That was a sick riff.
You might turn.
No, because Dream Theater is a good band, and like,
no, I know they're good. They're just.
But because they have, I mean, most of their catalog is bullshit. Like 80%.
But they're not good songwriters. Like you play me that, and then you play me Hey Jude or something. You're like, okay, these guys suck at their instruments. These guys are great. These guys wrote a great song. These guys did. Or anything that Pink Floyd wrote. I think Pink Floyd is one of the best bands of all time.
Oh, really?
What about Radiohead? You like Radiohead a lot, huh?
Yeah,
what's your favorite Radiohead album?
No, better question. Better question. What's your least favorite Radiohead album?
What?
What's your least favorite Radiohead album?
There's only one right answer.
In Rainbows is good.
Well, there's two right answers depending on what you're thinking about.
It's hard.
Pablo Honey is one of those answers, and the other answer is obvious.
I don't know.
It's King of Limbs. That album sucks.
You really think it?
Yeah, that album sucks.
Yeah, I never got into it.
Yeah, it's a horrible record. And I actually like I hate Radiohead a lot, but I actually like them too. So I don't really know how to
explain that.
Because anytime I listen
King
to
of Limbs is pretty sick.
Anytime I listen to him, I'm like, this is
but it's not as
easy.
This is
Artie bullshit, and it's just like Tom York just like going against all his intuitions about what a good song is.
Yeah, but it's really
just because
not.
He wants to fuck with you.
No, but he's not like the main guy of.
But OK
Radiohead.
Computer's like the only like really good.
No, it's
Radiohead
In Rainbow.
record.
In Rainbows is where they peak.
I think Kid
OK
A is
Computer's like close.
Kid
second.
A has some decent shit,
Kid A
but
is
a lot
awesome,
of Kid A is just like Tom York being like, I don't want to be popular, so I'm going to do exactly the opposite of my instinct.
And it's sick though.
That's stupid.
See, I think In Rainbows was like the middle ground of like the 90s and early 2000s to like what they're doing now. It was like the perfect storm of.
That's Hail to the Thief too, though. That album is very similar.
Yeah. That one's sick too.
Do you like Kid A?
Oh yeah, I love obviously OK Computer and fucking
Okay.
and Rainbows are like the greatest albums.
Yeah,
man.
Kid A is my favorite.
I just like
one.
how I just like their attitude. I like everything about them. I don't know. I mean, Tom York, that lazy eye. If he gets any lazier, I'm gonna blow a load, dude.
Well,
honestly,
put that on front of the album.
I just like what they say. I mean, I feel like they're like Tool's like the metal version of what they are.
Oh, that fucking
like they're very very like
do
we
Tool?
do our own shit. We own our music. Like fuck you, and like we'll take forever to put out. I mean, Radiohead will put out a record pretty quick, but Tool took how long? To the point where Maynard was like, "What the fuck? Like these guys are taking forever." But like I understand that feeling of like you could go over a riff. I mean, think about it, when you guys write a riff, you could go over, if you really think about it, even when you're happy with a riff, you could really go over that riff like for another year. Just riff.
Absolutely.
Like you could understand where they come from because they have money and they don't have no pressure putting shit out because they probably put it out themselves. Mm-hmm. So imagine being in that predicament. It would take you 15 years too.
Yeah, definitely.
I see this picture of this guy. He's trying to get Tom York to sign Pablo Honey.
What is he?
He's trying to get him to sign a copy of Pablo Honey.
Dude, his eyes.
And he's just like, what the fuck? Why do you want me to sign this fucking record? I hate this record.
Does he hate that record?
Yeah, because it doesn't even sound like Radiohead.
Is that with Creep on it? Is that the one?
No, that's the one before Creep, because the Benz is the one with Creep. And that's like, that had a High and Dry. And
but that whole band, it's not shit. Everyone thinks it's just Tom York. That they're like,
it is a collective, right? It's like, a whole group.
Yeah,
they're like sick. All
like
of
each
them.
other, dude.
How do you know
that? Don't?
They all hate each other.
Why do you say that?
Because they're one of those bands that can't like be in the same room as each other because they're all like.
It's because they're British. It's not because they don't like each other.
All the British bands like hate being in the same room.
They hate each
other. Dude, not the 1975, man. Not the 1975, dude.
That's true. George and Maddie are friends.
Yeah, they're all friends. They wrote a song about it.
That's true.
Yeah. So you just told a fucking fallacy on this show.
Europeans don't take no shit. Americans have a little leeway. Like, I'm going to deal with this for a while.
We're bullshitters.
Yeah, we're bullshitters.
Europeans are like...
No, but
I didn't know they were like that.
I think you're getting a little fat. I think you're getting fat.
But Green was... I'm not fat.
No, but... so, my old roommate Brendan was like boning this girl named Val.
Gross, but go on.
And she like after he like stopped boning her, she would like try to be my friend to like basically just like pump me for information. It was very hollow friendship.
Really?
It was very lame.
When was that?
And this was when I was living with him. But
what would she ask you?
She would just like ask me like how he was and like who he's dating, and he was like dating this like super dime piece chick at the time.
Were you like, she's hotter than you? Were you saying that?
No, I didn't say that. But she started dating this dude from Norway. She met him online, and I had started dating Tia, and she like wanted to like come hang out with me and Tia when the Norwegian guy like came to town the first time.
Okay.
And like we were like gonna meet up this one bar, and I was there with Tia, and like she texted me, she's like, oh yeah, like the Norwegian dude told me like I was too fat, and I like got really mad at him, and he like he's like crying now because like he didn't know that it was gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh.
And he was just like, I think you're a little fat. And he probably just like didn't even care because he's like, yeah, people in Norway tell each other this shit all the time because we all like have a hive mind because we've all been fucking each other for 1,000 years.
Your face when he just said that.
I do. When I was in China, everyone would stare at me like everywhere. All like at least a billion people.
Like a unicorn to those people.
And they were like I would stop a whole street of like 1.5 or 4 million people.
Like
literally,
you want something to look at?
I'll give you something to look at. Walking, and then they would come up to me and start like talking, like and like laughing, and they'd be like doing the picture sign, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take a picture." And my dad's girlfriend's Chinese, and she knows what they're saying, and I'm like, "What are they saying?" They're like, "They're calling you little Buddha." they're calling you baby Buddha. And they're taking pictures, and they're like, "Where are you from?" And they're like, "Ha," and they would literally go like this, like.
To you?
Dude, yeah, like,
you're
you're
fucking
fat.
crazy.
And I'd be like, yeah. At first it was like,
There's nothing I can do. Like,
at first it was like fun, it was fun. Like, oh, this is what it's like to be Brad Pitt. And then like after like a week, I was like, fuck off! Like, stop taking pictures with me. They take pictures with Maggie too because she has bigger breasts, and she like, dude, the guys would walk down the street just staring at him because all the chicks there have small tits, you know? And they would just be like freaking out, like just staring like straight at like old men would be walking backwards, like still looking.
oh my
like,
god!
and they wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be sexual either. It'd be like what the fuck is that? Like, when if you
Just
saw a
sheer-
UFO, like,
Just astonished.
That's fucking definitely a little off-putting.
Yeah.
But there's cultural differences like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, it happens everywhere.
But when you walk down the city in Chicago, I mean, you know.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like-
I mean,
The-
I
the
walk down
classic
and
hand
I'm getting,
wipe.
yeah, I get that from certain dudes.
you get that?
You know?
Like, that
Yeah,
kind of
man.
hand wipe? Like,
Dude, I get it from
how you
homeless
doing,
women.
baby girl?
One time I was on the train and a homeless woman told me I was really sexy and that I looked like a big cat. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Cool.
I don't know either. But you look hot.
Thanks, man. And like a big
Regardless.
cat, dude.
You have hand sanitizer there?
Yeah, you want some?
No. I don't believe in this shit.
I use
Danny has an algorithm that proves it wrong.
Does he?
You don't need that, according to Danny.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Danny in a while, but I'm sure he has an algorithm.
If you need to know what
For how
time it is,
few
you should
times
Have
you
you told?
talked,
Does
yeah.
he know? Is he aware of your knowledge of his algorithmic skills?
No, from your podcast.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Oh yeah.
He will if he hears it.
He's a mathematician.
I was telling Bill the other day at band
He's a number
practice that
guy.
the other day, like, it's like Danny does this thing where it's like he'll say something that's so fucking stupid that it like instantly becomes timeless. Like, we could literally be talking about this for 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Of him being like good at algorithms just because of like, yeah,
But
because
what
like
works for him is that he'll do something else,
even more dumb
and
within
then we
that
just
time.
harp on that until the next thing, and then the
Yeah.
next thing, and then the next thing.
Like we had him
There's
at
no
Red
short supply.
Sparrow S for a long time.
We held on.
But
that
guess,
for a long
you know
time.
what?
What?
He might be right about that.
He's not fucking
There's
right.
But he
no
might be
way
right about
in
it.
hell.
What makes you-
Because I was like, dude, I would say that all the time. Sorry, Danny, I love you, brother. But I would talk about that all because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, 'cause
It
it's
wasn't
just
just
stupid.
Danny. I was like, one of my friends thought that it was Red Sparrow S. And then I was telling Maggie about it. I was like, it's Red. He said it was Red Sparrow S. Is that hilarious? She's like looking at the album and she's like, well, it isn't spelled like sparrows is spelled. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah.
The plural of it is though.
She's like, no, that's spelled like it's not spelled the same way as sparrows would be spelled. And I'm like, oh, maybe. And I'm like, let me look a little closer here. Let me get an algorithm going. So I got an algorithm going, and I realized he could be right.
That's the
He
That would
could
be
be
insane
right,
if he was.
but he is not
Redemption,
right from like
everything else he's ever
right
said.
by
in his-
proxy or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
yeah, right by proxy.
By
Yeah.
fucking accident.
You're accidentally
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You didn't know that. He also doesn't know how to fucking read.
But I don't know.
He also called.
I never heard that band say their name
Yeah.
before.
He's also called Fallujah.
Yeah.
Fallujah. You hear that new Fallujah
I can't
song?
talk shit because
Like,
I say
what?
everything wrong.
Someone I knew said Falaya.
Dude,
Falaya.
that's
Falafel.
fucking bad.
I can't.
There was
remember
one
if
day.
Ocean Walker.
it
Did
was-
I don't remember who it was.
There was this one of the singles from Flesh Prevails came out. We had band practice that day. He's like, "Did you hear that new Fallujah song?" And I like didn't know who he was talking about for a while. And then when he showed me, I was like, "Oh, Fallujah." And then I was like, "Oh man, that's like bad, dude. You can't be like telling people shit like that." I hope he doesn't tell people that he's good at algorithms, which is like also fucking the dumbest shit. It's just so, it makes no sense.
That's pretty sick.
It makes sense for him, all right, and that's all that matters.
It's like you tell that
I
to a
don't-
person and then you know, like you just know.
I'm not
if
gonna
they're
hate
like,
on him
they're-
because I would love to tell people that I'm good at algorithms, bitch.
Yeah, but it's like it clearly makes you look
Before you know
dumb
it,
as
it's
hell.
sucking your dick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, who's the winner now?
I mean,
what's algorithms?
yeah. Let me show you.
Yeah, let me show you.
Zip, suck now, make happen.
That's the algorithm.
Algorithm. Yeah.
Three plus your mouth equals explosion.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Good for him though, man. He's creative. think of some of that shit.
Danny's underrated, I feel like.
I think so too.
People make him out to be like an idiot or something.
I would love Danny to.
His band members. I'm looking at you two.
Dude, I would.
He actually writes some sick riffs.
I know he's a great musician.
Awesome
Dude, I'm always taking his riffs for our songs.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, they're cool.
Like, he like shows me riffs. I'm like, dude, this shit sounds legit as fuck.
Yeah, man, he's a good songwriter.
Oh, shit, dude, that is sick.
Oh, he said he was sending you videos. I don't.
No, he wasn't sending.
When
me
was
videos.
he telling us that story?
But he sent me a song like
Beneath
a
Master
couple
Show.
months ago.
Yeah.
Actually, like probably 5 months ago. He's like, "What do you think about this? Be honest." And I was like, "Honestly, it sounds like
honestly, you're fucking dumb."
I was like, "It sounds great."
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a really good song. And then no response.
Because he's working in the beat lab, dude. He's making beats, dude. Before he was a cop.
You gotta edit all this out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think this whole section is going to be gone. Let's change the subject.
Yeah. You have new music coming out. You've been putting out music during quarantine. That's why you're on today.
Yeah, I have been.
The motherfucking false reality in the house.
FR, man.
I like that first record you put out. It was good.
Thanks, man. You heard the first one?
Dude, can we premiere a single on the podcast
I
for
didn't
you?
hear the second one. I heard it came out though.
Yeah.
Dude, send us a song and we'll throw it on at the end.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you better.
Do a premiere.
Okay.
Fresh new mix. Yeah.
We're number one.
Yeah, dude.
What is it?
Major
DJ
Key.
Khaled?
Yeah, Major Keeler.
I fucking can't stand that guy.
You love him,
That
man.
guy's still relevant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always will be.
So unfortunate. Fuck that guy.
Why do you hate him so much?
I don't know. This is face. You know those people
We the fucking best.
You know those people you just look at their face and you're just like, I just want to fucking punch their face.
You're
Something
beautiful.
about
He's
your
one of those
face
people.
You're a
tastes
good
bad.
hoe. You're loyal. You're beautiful.
Yeah, that video's sick.
Say my name. ZJ Khaled. Say it again.
You remember when he was on the Grammys and he was literally just on like a side stage, like a like almost like a podium
No, I don't remember
by
that.
himself, and it wasn't even like it was his song. He produced it, but he wasn't
Was he
like the
just
main
standing
artist.
there?
But he just did like those, like we the best,
Oh, the backing.
number one, like, and he was like doing that, and that was all he did. And I was like,
Fucking
dude, what the fuck? Can you imagine like Dr. Dre doing that during like a Snoop Dogg record in the 90s? Like, I did this. I made the song. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Get off your high horse. Get the fuck off a stage.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Dude, you gotta fucking take a spot, man.
I know, I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
gotta
start
become
making
Muslim.
Yeah, you gotta do that. Doesn't he have a son now? Isn't that like
Yeah, he's had a kid for
Lil
a
Peep.
couple years. Yeah.
Lil Peep is
Yeah,
his
Lil
son?
Peep.
No, I don't know.
White emo rapper that's
Yeah.
dead from like
Oh, he's dead?
codeine or some shit. Yeah, Lil Peep is dead. He's been
He
dead.
died for like a year or two.
Lil
He wasn't
Peep.
that good.
More like Lil
I
Peepee.
don't really like Lil
Yeah, Lil Peep's kind of lame. Lil Peep, yeah.
XXX Tentacion has
Was-
almost been dead for 2 years.
Yeah, significantly
crazy.
better artist.
He's
in
been
my
dead for
opinion.
2 years?
Yeah,
now?
almost.
Yeah, June he'll be
Holy
dead for 2 years.
shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't listen to him at all.
Dead.
But I remember when he
Dead.
died, and that's like insane that it's been 2 years.
I know.
Yeah, right?
It feels like it was yesterday.
And they keep putting out music under his fucking name, and it's like
They're done, I
unfinished
think,
dumb
now.
shit.
I think they're like done.
I thought they said they were gonna do one more.
I thought the last one was the one more.
Oh, maybe it
because they did
was.
2 post You're Dead albums.
Well, they did Skins. And they
Bill
did that
can
last
now
one.
look more like 35 years old. Than
Yeah.
He's like
Fucking
staring at you
kids.
guys like this, like,
Blank
what
stare.
stain should I put on that dresser tomorrow? That's all I'm saying about
It's ebony, by the way.
Yeah, there's some weird shit on that fucking last record he put out where it was like, you guys clearly stapled this shit together with some demos, and it's like not even good.
Like half that record.
Yeah,
that whole thing
most of
sounded.
that fucking
Yeah.
record, dude. Like there was the one where they like just like changed the tempo in the middle because like his rapping was probably like slower.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that dude Ichabod Veins.
Oh, yeah. On
Yeah.
that one song.
Yeah, that song is really sick, but like it
Ichabod
doesn't make any
Veins.
sense, dude.
Also, sick name.
What a heroin song.
What's Heroin song?
Ichabod Veins.
Is that a heroin song?
I'm guessing. I've never heard the song, but
That
I'm
dude's
guessing it's
definitely
about shooting.
Oh
up
no, that's a
heroin.
guy.
It's a person, apparently.
Ichabod Veins is a rapper.
Yeah, he's like this
Oh,
shitty
yeah.
like white
Well,
dude
it
with
sounds
dreadlocks
like it's
forever.
about
He looks like
heroin.
fucking Brian Fair from Shadows Fall, and he's a rapper.
That guy will
Yeah.
be dead like in a week.
Probably.
Ichabod Veins. Yeah,
He has one really
probably.
sick song called Maserati.
That's the thing about these
Hat.
SoundCloud
called
rappers are
Maserati
dead
Hat?
like
Yeah.
right away. Like I'm getting into this guy. Oh, he's dead.
He's dead now.
I'm getting into this guy. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Juice
Fucking
WRLD died
dude.
too. Right, and he was supposed to be the successor to.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
XXX
It's like,
Tentacion.
dude,
like
what the
that.
fuck, man? Like,
I listened to that record because you said
took all that.
that
one
that
stuff,
cover art. This last one.
Juice WRLD
The cover art is sick.
on the Juice WRLD
Yeah,
record.
the
I don't
Juice
remember
WRLD.
talking about it. I probably did. I like
You
that
did.
record.
The
Did you
cover
like it?
art was sick.
Oh yeah, it looks like a PS1 cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sick.
It did look sick. If you know what would be sicker if he put PS1.
Yeah,
A symbol on
Yeah,
there.
he
just
put-
there,
Yeah. But he was probably not even
Greatest hits.
alive.
not even alive.
No,
He
put
wasn't
on-
even
was
alive
that?
when PS1 was around.
Oh no, he wasn't. He was like 21.
And
or
he's not even
22 or
alive
something.
when
I think
PS5's around.
He had like just
Ew.
turned. He
What
had
a
just
fucking
turned 20.
bitch.
Like
You
it was his
came and lived
21st
through
birthday.
4
Like
generations
week,
of video games. Jesus Christ, dude.
No, he
Yeah,
had
it's
like
kinda
That's
shitty.
how I judge a
Some weak
life.
ass
How
shit.
many generations of a video game did you live through?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Were you there from the beginning, or
Yeah.
did you fucking?
Or
fizzle
were you there
out?
for the end? you
Yeah,
know?
right. Yeah, because he was born when PS2 like just became.
the maker.
Dreamcast was older than that. dude.
am the alpha.
Dude, hell yeah.
That's what they should have did. They should have did like a cock.
The gun, yeah.
Dude,
That
you
would've
should
been
do
sick.
that.
Of what?
What you just
I'm gonna
said
send
in
him
a
a
Baron
vi-
Air song.
I'm
Sample
gonna
a
send-
shotgun and then do a
No, I'm gonna
breakdown.
sign King. What is it? King 812.
810.
Dude, you know what's hilarious? When you guys were talking about that podcast, I was trying to look up that band, and I was looking up King 800 or something. I was looking up
It's not
not
that-
King
So for
810.
King 800.
It was other numbers, and I could not find it. I'm like, this band sucks. You can't even find it on the
Can't find it anywhere.
fucking. You can't even find it on Apple Music. And then I like was like, oh, I gotta go back and listen to. It's like King 810, and then I found it.
Yeah, because you.
I was like,
you
these bands
searched the
fucking suck.
right-
Man, you ever listen to Armor King 810?
No, sounds sick.
Yeah, dude, they're really sick, man.
Are they into like,
Armor King
Warcraft?
734.
You know who's my favorite
Another
person?
Michigan area code.
You know who's probably my favorite person in metal of all of metal? Like, who's your favorite person in metal? Like, has
Oh,
anyone asked you that
man.
before? Like,
No.
who's your
That's a
favorite
good
person
question,
in
man.
all of metal?
Definitely,
I don't
like,
know. It's a
probably
good
like
question.
Buzz
Or
Buzz
dead.
from Unearth
Oh,
maybe is up there.
Oh, living, dead, all of them.
It's a shit answer.
That's
Buzz from
Unearth
Unearth.
is the shit, dude. He's funny
Okay.
as fuck. And like, if I was,
Buzz?
from Buzz McGrath.
Great
from
dude,
Unearth.
but I don't know if he's, like,
but I mean,
the-
come on,
like-
dude. Such for Sanders
well,
higher.
Well, you're obviously asking us that question because you have
You're
the
fucking
best
Down
answer.
syndrome people over here. We're fucking, you
what's
know,
your answer?
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts is sick guitar.
Yeah. Probably Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
No, really. On a real note, who's your favorite?
I don't know. I have no fucking
Vinnie
idea.
Paul.
Vinnie Paul's your favorite?
No, is it yours?
Is mine? No.
Phil Anselmo is actually a good answer to that question.
No, of all time.
As
who's
long as
your
you're
favorite?
white, yeah.
Mine just changed last night.
I don't know. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
like,
sorry my voice keeps cracking as
What, you been yelling lately?
yeah, I was yelling.
You doing
at people.
backup vocals now?
Who is it?
No,
Who's
my
yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard one, but I just found out who it was
Okay.
the other day.
And it's
The singer for who do you think I'm gonna say?
Darius Rucker from Hootie.
on the Blowfish.
Wow.
It's metal as fuck.
The singer from AC/DC.
He just became my favorite musician.
Chris Barnes from
No.
6 Feet Under. I don't fucking know.
Corpse Grinder.
Yes.
Really?
Really?
You nailed it.
Really?
It's Corpse Grinder.
Yeah, he's sick, dude.
Why did you watch a video about how
yeah. No,
goofy
I
he is?
just watched a video of him and I was
In
like,
general, you're
this
like,
is
yeah,
my
he's sick.
favorite person in metal.
Dude, did you ever see his like World of Warcraft freak out video where he's calling
Those
people
are
faggots
so
and shit?
sick,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
fucked
All for the
up.
board.
I only watched one video and he was getting interviewed like legit, and I was like, this guy is like Because I was
insane.
I was thinking at the time, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be like so fucking stupid.
No,
and nuts.
he's insane.
He's insane, but he's also like so normal.
Oh yeah,
he's like,
he goes to SeaWorld and
he's
shit.
Like, if you want to like go fishing, like just like grab a tadpole, so you can grab some great.
The Wikipedia fact or fiction, right?
I was like, I can't believe you guessed that. I was like corpse grinding.
Talks like that.
I was just watching videos of my kid recently
I didn't even listen to Cannibal Corpse.
Neither do
I was like, when I watched it, I was like, I love this guy.
Dude, you should listen. They're sick.
So cool.
Cannibal Corpse is sick. They have some sick records.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, dude. They're Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, they have some sick ass
They're
records.
like the Metallica of Coming Blood.
Pretty much. Yeah, I guess so. They have some sick ass records, but yeah, you should listen to the episodes of Jamie Joss's podcast where he has like those two guys talking.
What's that guy's
together.
real name?
No, that guy's cool as fuck.
George
dude,
Fisher.
Honestly.
That's it. Okay.
That guy's honestly like seems like the chillest, like coolest dude.
Oh,
he's like a normal guy because he's like so into sports too.
Oh yeah,
and I'm into
like
sports.
Denver Broncos fan,
and he's like super into football and basketball and shit. And I was like, dude, this guy is fucking awesome. I love this guy. And then I started listening to I Come Blood and I turned it off in like literally
like,
half
the
a
best
second.
song I've ever heard.
And I turned it off in a half a second.
Did you
But
really?
I was like, I love this guy, but his music.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I'm kidding. I don't listen to a lot of Cannibal Corpse.
I used to when I was younger. Oh yeah, I think they have some sick records.
What would they be called? Death metal?
Yeah, definitely. They're like the epitome of death metal. That's like
But
the
it's
band
kinda
I
like
think
thrash.
Yeah.
Huh?
No,
I thought death metal was named after
Death metal.
the band Death.
Yeah,
and they sound like old Death.
Old Death was thrashy,
Hello,
but
there
like
we go.
they eventually. I don't know. That's like.
Isn't that weird that a band? They're probably the only band that made a genre name off of their own band.
Well, Venom supposedly they had the song black metal, and that invented black metal. That's
Oh,
one of
really?
the-
Possessed is
I didn't
also
know
like
that.
one of the starters of death metal too. So
Possessed,
you know,
yeah. Them and
Seven Churches and shit.
did you ever hear
What do you
that album
mean?
they put out like last year? Possessed is like one of the first death metal bands as well.
Possessed is actually like people argue that Possessed was probably like before Death because Seven Churches came up before any shit
but
that
it's
Death
not.
ever did.
Yeah, but it's not called
No,
death metal, is it?
yeah, but I
He's
mean,
got a point.
No, but Possessed
Game, set, and match.
started that sound. Like
Yeah.
that sounds it's also better.
I don't really know.
It's
a lot
also
about
better than
that,
Scream
so.
Bloody Gore too.
you think so?
Seven Churches is way better than Scream Bloody Gore.
You know what?
I haven't listened
You
to
know
it.
what I was saying
I hate
the other
Scream
day?
Bloody Gore,
Like,
dude. I don't like that
where
album
did
at all.
heavy metal come from?
Came from motherfucking Rob Halford's penis, dude.
Yeah, dude, his ween.
Right from it.
Yeah, he ejaculated and it was heavy
he
metal.
hit the bottom tooth of some guy. He's like, God, it's
I always
metal.
hear origins of heavy metal were like in blues and stuff like Black Sabbath and shit. That was supposed to
No,
be
like, no, I'm saying like, where did the name come? Like, where?
Oh, I don't know.
The other day I was thinking about like, why is it called heavy metal?
It's a
I don't
stupid
get
name
it.
for a music genre. But it's
I
like,
just don't get the
weird,
whole
yeah.
thing.
why is
It's
garage
metal
music
and
called
then heavy
garage
metal.
music? Like why
Garage.
is garage? Or why is like dubstep called dubstep? Or like punk called punk? Dude, but people act like. Do you ever meet somebody
No,
who thinks
punk
like?
probably came from like the punks.
Do you ever see somebody
They,
that
like,
thinks
were
punk rock
making
is like
it.
the most badass shit in the world?
Yeah,
and in
it's
reality,
lame as
it's like
fuck,
not
dude.
at all.
It's
And
not.
you're just like, what? Like,
Dude,
you
punk,
think this
punk
is
was
sick?
literally cool for 3 years and it's been lame for like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like stupid.
Do
it's
you
like,
think Dream Theater's cooler than any punk band ever
yes,
in the
dude,
world?
they're way better. Punk sucks, dude. It's one of the lamest fucking genres of all time. And like people like glorify it like it was this amazing thing. It's like, yeah, maybe in 1982, if you were there, it was
dude.
probably sick. But like it sucks, dude. You can't listen to those records and tell me that it's any good.
Oh, the old records?
You can't listen to Minor Threat or Bad Brains and be like, this is better than anything happening. That's not.
I
dude.
never got into it.
It
I thought
sucks,
always
dude.
sucks.
What
It
about Green
fucking
Day?
Sucks ass.
So they played 4 chords for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not even
Every
that. It's just
record.
like you can't. It's not even. It's just not like the point of it was to be shitty.
Honestly, Blink-182 was way better than the 70s punks
Yeah.
to me.
probably.
To me, it was just about like a statement back then.
Yeah, and unless you were there, it's stupid.
I don't know. I
if
feel
you're
like-
if you're like a 60-year-old dude or a 50-year-old dude, and you're like, punk is the shit because I was there at CBGB's
But the
in
bands-
1982.
the-
Then you're like, okay, cool. Like that's fine that you think
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
shit because it might have been.
Yeah, but
But
the
you can't
bands
listen
we
to that
listen
record
to
now when you're 12 and be like, that's the shit. Because
the bands we listen to are like we're influenced by them probably.
I don't think Scar Symmetry ever listened to mine.
Are you still currently influenced by Scar Symmetry?
I mean, as
a 28-year-old man.
Yeah.
Like to me,
no, you're
like,
not. You know that's bullshit, dude. That's
Catatonia doesn't fucking listen to fucking bad.
You know when everyone's like, "Oh, I've listened to the," like the bands we like. They're like, they listen to punk. Like even Corpse Grinder. That's where he like his favorite music was punk music of the 70s or 80s.
Dude, I can't wait for the 1975 to do a song with Christian Alvestam, dude.
But to me, I was just like. To me, it's all about who influenced me. Korn, 100%.
Yeah, but see,
Korn was
Chuck Schuldiner.
And when I'm old, like even right now, it's so embarrassing because Korn's like terrible now. But the first 4 records. Dude.
Yawn.
Hey, what is that? Follow the Corn or whatever that album was called?
Follow the Leader is not the first one.
Follow the Corn.
That shit was so
Follow
fucking
the Leader
heavy.
was that the one with Got the Life on it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, that song. Yeah, it was on Follow the Leader. Yeah.
What album was Y'all Want a Single on?
I think on Follow the Leader.
No, that was like 2000
or Issues.
That was like the Coming Undone album. That
they were running
around that same record.
No, Coming Undone was way later.
What was after
Yeah,
Issues?
it's like 2002.
Korn was running around for like
that.
15 years.
Coming Undone was like 2005.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
2006, yeah.
Yeah, but the early Korn records,
I'm coming undone.
You still like them?
The early Korn.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Have you listened to them?
I haven't in a long time. No.
Listen to like Korn.
That's some shit I don't.
Self-titled.
I don't gel with that shit.
Really?
It's too like.
Even Steve Vai liked that record.
Yeah,
can you believe that? He even said it.
Like, I understand
guitars.
It's one of those things I understand. It's like whatever, like
bogus.
Like, it makes sense, but that people like this shit. But I'd like.
It was so much groove though. And
yeah, but it's so just like bleak, man. I don't like that shit.
It was bleak. I love bleak,
and it's not pretty bleak. I like pretty bleak. I don't like angry fucking Oakland crackhead bleak.
Oh, I love the crackhead.
I don't know. Got the Life is like a really sick song.
Yeah, there's some good shit, but like I just
but
in
they
general,
were already like
I
famous
could write
at that
off
point.
Korn.
Got the
really
Life
care.
was like after.
I know. I like that song.
I'm talking about. You ever hear the song? Excuse my language. Faggot though.
Yeah. Faggot.
Oh, is that spelled weird?
Yeah, it's Faget.
That song is sick.
Yeah. Did you guys see that?
When it just sounds like I'm a fucking faggot. It's like faggot.
I didn't know that was how it went.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah, it's on the album with the fucking shadow
beat
on
him or something.
Yeah, that's the self-title with the shadow on the cover of the playground.
No, that was the second album. Was it
Peachy?
the first
Life
album?
is Peachy.
First album had that song.
Life you would know.
Is the second one.
Do you
I was
like
only 4 years old when
I actually like. Oh yeah. I liked
Life is Peachy
still a little bit more. Yeah,
I like that song.
Yeah, I liked Life is Peachy a little bit more than self-titled.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I liked self-titled a lot back in the day.
Self-titled was the first one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you guys always think it's a fucking cop-out when a band like later in their career does like a self-titled record?
I hate that shit.
I hate it too,
much,
man.
dude.
It's so lame.
It does irk me a little bit.
It's such a 90s thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, remember when they
you do it on your first record.
Oh,
that's
it was on the first, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then, why do you do it? It still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think it's a total cop-out.
I feel like it's the record label move. I don't think it's a band move.
There's some bands. Revocation was the last metal band I know that did it. Remember? That was like their fourth record.
Laziness or something.
Like third record.
Revocation did it. Fucking I think there was a band that like just did it too. I can't fucking
Suicide
Silence. We almost did.
Suicide Silence did just do that. Yeah.
You did?
They did that.
We almost did.
Yeah. Suicide Silence did that.
What was it?
Suicide?
Right?
Yeah, Suicide Silence, dude.
Oh, Suicide
Silence. That makes sense that they did that because that record sounds like way different than shit. But I think it's good. So
Suicide Silence sucks.
That fucking self-titled record that everyone hated was good.
They sound like they like wrap fucking motorcycles around poles or something.
Wrap motorcycles around poles?
Yeah, he did, dude.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. Lucker, dude.
Forgot about that.
Dude, I remember when that happened. Do you remember when that happened? Yeah, that was insane.
I was never into that band.
The first time I heard that article, I read it on an actual like crime report site.
It was like CBS. It was like CBS LA or some shit.
It was like it was like a crime report that hadn't even developed into a news story yet. Like it was so fresh.
You know what I remember about that band is they were the band that just sampled Family Guy.
Yeah,
everything. They did the
Korn was their favorite band.
Yeah.
They love Korn.
So was Harm's Way's favorite band.
Was Korn?
I think Korn.
Really? Do you like those memes, the Harm's Way ones of the Running Man?
No, I didn't
Get the
see
fuck
it,
out of here.
I like them.
There's a
I like
Facebook
a lot of them.
page dedicated
Yeah,
to
there's
it.
two. It's one of those things where it's like there's so many now. It's like, okay, I get it. Like,
Some of the there was a really good Cotton Eye Joe
It
one,
wasn't
though,
Harm's
and it
Way.
like it lined up like so
Definitely
fucking
Harm's Way
perfect.
is like inspired by
Korn.
metal.
Yeah, but they're like straight edge, and Korn was fucking doing
Korn did
crystal
meth
meth
and
doing like
shit,
crystal meth. Yeah.
Yeah, you read what's his face's autobiography,
Head?
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta read that. Was it good?
Oh yeah, it was really good.
I just
Head-
watched that.
What's it?
That's the story.
Is he the Born Again one?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was, but
Okay.
he might be doing crystal meth again.
Yeah,
I think
Born
they're all
Again.
sober.
I just
aren't
watched that fucking South Park with
they're
Korn
so
in it.
fried
That shit was
now.
so-
That's an old one.
that's so
I think when you think
funny.
about a lot of
Spooky,
bands,
It's insane that they were like
bands
they were
like
on South
Korn,
Park.
like Korn
dude.
were like
Yeah, I mean,
kids
they're
when they
huge.
got signed,
Yeah.
and when
Yeah.
when Got the Life was even a big song, those were young dudes.
Oh yeah,
They're like
yeah, they're
24,
early 20s.
dude.
And it's like when you go from like not like I feel like all of us as musicians, like because our bands at those times didn't skyrocket, like we developed as like people, like as adults more, and like we know how to live
Oh,
and like
yeah,
function a little
way
better.
more
Because there's
level-headed.
some people that just
Yeah,
like
dude, I couldn't-
literally
Justin
started to.
Bieber type shit.
Well, like even
Anybody-
like,
yeah, like-
even like Born of Osiris.
Yeah,
those
good
dudes,
example.
Those dudes
Yeah.
got famous at 18.
Yeah, it's like they started
Yeah.
touring right
Yeah.
out of high school.
You know what?
I can't
a
even
good-
imagine what that
You
would
know
do
what a
to
good
me,
thing
man. I
to
would've been
tell all those
fucked.
bands that are doing that.
So glad that didn't happen to me, dude.
Like Born of Osiris, they had some sick songs, and
Yeah.
Valamaya was one of my. They probably
they were
are on
around
my Common Man's Collapse is probably one of my top 5 favorite.
Are you
deathcore
serious?
bands.
I love that. I
love
just
that
got
album.
that vinyl.
I think
dude.
that's one of my favorite deathcore albums of all time.
Yeah.
But let me tell
didn't
you
know that.
guys, stop trying to be Celine Dion. Stop singing. Stop.
Nah.
There's,
Well,
I liked the last album too. I thought
Do
it was
it.
good.
there was like 4 or 5 good songs. Like half that record
Gotta give
was
me a
pretty good.
voiceover so I could change it to something
It's
else.
it's so bad.
Sample me.
Perfect.
You got it?
Oh, it's so bad.
It's so bad.
I'm gonna do that as a voiceover.
Can you believe this
Oh,
is
that's
the world we're
and
living
I'm
bogus,
not
in?
dude.
gonna edit.
Can you believe
part
this
out.
is the world we're living in?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't say fucking gay. And
But seriously,
faggot
it's
and
so-
bunch.
dude. Doja Cat got in trouble for saying faggot.
It's so
Yeah, dude.
Doja Cat, she's a huge
Oh,
pop
dude,
star right
she's
now.
so-
Who the
she's like
fuck?
that?
She's probably like
Doja
one of the,
Cat?
she's
Yeah.
probably like one of the hottest like pop
She is-
chicks,
I'm
right?
sure
She's
she is.
very
Like,
attractive.
so hot, dude.
no, but you know what I liked a
That's
lot? The
nasty,
new
bro.
After the Burial.
Really?
The
think
newer
that's-
one.
I
Dude,
think
everybody's been telling me
What,
that recently.
You know
I
what?
think
I
it's,
think
I think
people
it's
at work have been
sucks.
saying that. It's
You
so
know,
mediocre,
you know
dude.
why I liked it?
It's better than
Because
the
there was
fucking
no
Lantern.
singing.
Oh, yeah,
There was
but it's
no
not,
singing throughout the whole fucking
Well, they haven't
thing.
really been singing a whole
Because
lot.
when
Yeah, I
you
don't
listen
think-
to a Sumerian record, you're like, oh my God, where is it going to come in? Where's
Now,
it going to
yeah.
come in?
It didn't used to
where's
be
it gonna
like
come
that.
in? And then I was like, damn, dude, After the Burial was one of their top 3 bands on that record label.
Yeah.
And it didn't come in. I was like, wow, this is
They have a
impressive.
couple like screaming.
That's pretty
singing
bad
parts.
when you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this record's good because there's no singing on it.
Yeah,
That's pretty
It's like
bad.
when I see metal guys talk about like, what's your favorite like clean vocals, and it's just like, when did that term become
Yeah,
term? It's so,
stupid,
dude. There's no other genre of think about this. There's no other genre of music where
No.
people call it clean vocals.
No,
No.
it's
It's
just
there's nothing.
singing.
It's singing. Yeah. It's like it makes me feel like I'm fucking 10.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
stupid
clean
as hell,
vocals. Oh, I don't like any bands with clean singing.
I feel like the
That's
first
the
2
what?
songs on that record are pretty good, though.
On whose record?
On the After the
I don't
Burial.
like that fucking influx.
I didn't like it. I didn't like that
was
album at
okay.
all.
Really?
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was boring.
It's a
I
1-2 punch. Well, I mean, yeah.
You like that stupid fucking pinch on my
What a review for that new album.
What?
That was amazing.
You look like it looks like you've said that before to somebody,
No,
dude.
I never
You
did.
I had that one in the chamber.
Yeah.
It's a 1-2 punch, like
I
very like.
tuned the clip too.
Whoa! I don't know, man. I
I mean,
think
those
it's
are one of those bands. I mean, this is like sad to say, but it's one of those bands where when they put out new records, I'm not expecting anything mind blowing. I'm expecting
Sure.
like
Yeah.
I'm expecting like
Hate
give me which is so sad that the record labels pushed them into that.
I know.
Corner.
It's fucked up.
But it's like I'm like, give me that kind of after the barrel breakdown, and they did give me it. So I like
yeah,
it's a win.
You know what
I mean,
it's like those bands can never venture out.
I know it sucks,
never.
and I mean, they're
not even allowed to.
When those records like the New Rain, Common Man's Collapse, and Rare Form were coming out, it was like this huge, exciting sound. It was insane. Like bands weren't. It was like this new thing where it was like it felt like the most creative shit you had heard in forever. Like After the Burial was the first band I ever heard that
shit when I first came
I
out.
loved it.
I was on the cutting edge of that, dude. I love that.
We're a little older than you, and we thought it sucked.
You're a year older than me, dude.
I know, but when Born Osiris came out, we were playing shows with fucking Capsize, and we thought like grindcore and shit was like the coolest shit. And we were like,
a lot of that shit merged over. Like you would see Tony Danza tour with like.
Yeah, see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah,
but Osiris. There was a lot of crossover there.
Oh yeah, we did play with Born Osiris and See You Next Tuesday one time.
Yeah, that's
dude. We Screams of Winter played with Born Osiris when they were called Rosecrans, and they played at fucking
we were
North Beach in Downers Grove. Screams of Winter.
Oh, you played with Rosecrans?
Yeah, and like. I thought it was like the lamest shit I was like, these dudes are like doing like this fucking weird headbang stance where they get down really low and like. I didn't like it. And the dude, like fucking Lee McKinney, had like an SG.
See you next Tuesday.
You can't play a metal with an SG, you fucking loser. And
proved you wrong.
Now he makes more money than you.
Yeah. Then a year later, I thought, but he got robbed, and I've never been.
He makes $10,000 a year. What do you make?
Not that.
He makes $10,000. Dude,
I stole Lee's wallet once. Remember that?
What?
You stole
Lee? I remember that.
I like how you didn't say edit this out yet, so keep going.
Nah, I didn't say the F word.
Fuck. Great, now I gotta edit it out again. Wait, what?
We were at a show at, maybe it was Livewire. I think it was Livewire, and Lee was doing he was DJing.
Was it Evil Olive?
And it might have been Eel. Yeah,
I bet it was. I wasn't even there, but I had a feeling it might be because I knew those guys hung out there.
So he was doing the DJing, and I went up in the DJ booth. It was just me and him, and I was like, "What do you do?" Like, I was so wasted. I was like, "What are you doing? Show me what you're doing." And he was like being all cool.
He was fine with you doing that.
Yeah, he's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "You just do this," and then like I woke up in the morning like blacked out drunk. And I was like,
"Oh man!"
I was like. And I woke up.
I do not remember this at all.
And I looked at my wallet and I was like, oh, that's not me. That's a ginger. in Born of Osiris. So I was like, what the fuck? So like Eddie called them.
Eddie from Paris called them?
And I was like,
how does he have their number?
How did he have their number?
I think he might have had. I don't know.
I mean, they are from.
Yeah,
the
I think
area.
we played with them when they were like nobodies.
Yeah,
at the time. So
didn't you guys know one of the guitar players? Like, didn't he live not far from Eddie? Right?
I thought it was Mark from Vail.
No, the bassist when they first started out was from Westchester.
Yeah, he lived like right down the block.
He went to Joe's
Pantelis?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Matt Pantelis was the guitar player. Then he was the bass player for Veil of Mind.
Who was the first? Oh, David.
Matt Pantelis lived in like Evanston, I think.
No, he was the first guy. He was way older than all of them when they got famous. And he had to like babysit them. That's why he quit. Because he's like, I have to, the moms all want me to babysit these kids. And I'm like, the oldest one. It's like, fuck this.
From Born of Osiris or Veil of Maya?
Born of Osiris. Not Veil of Maya.
Couldn't have been David DeRocha then.
So I was like,
he's their age. Yeah.
So basically, we gave him his wallet back, and he's like, "Hey, you guys could like come." He told Eddie like, "You guys could like come to our like house where we like write music and we throw huge parties. Like you guys could come." It's like it's all good. It's like blah blah blah. And it never happened, obviously, because they're all fucking sucking fucking breakdown cock. Dun, 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 dun.
Is his name?
We need some keyboards in here. Dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Is his name Dan?
Boom! It's like his name. Are you trying to be? Are you trying to be Dead Mouse 5, or are you trying to be a fucking metal band? Pick your fucking poison, dude. Honestly, it's pissing me off. It's
Can we sample that as like a new song, like a new opening?
It's so fucking annoying. It's like, hey, Samaria, take your poison. You like fucking Dead Mouth 5?
Best thing ever. I'm glad you caught that.
Dead Mouth 5.
It was like Dead Mouth. Yeah, Dead Mouth 5. I know. Oh my god.
I'm gonna mark that one.
When I fucking
I love the world. It's like, dude, your music is fucking terrible.
I love that one. Well, like their last like 3 records, whenever you like skip through the tracks, it's like literally just like some fucking keyboard intro. It's like and like every song is like
it's like keyboard suck.
Take that Warforged.
Yeah.
Damn. We don't have any parts like that though.
No,
not yet.
The keyboards are great when you're using it for like. It's not like a lead.
Oh, look at you trying to dig yourself out of this hole.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking myself out of that hole. That music's fucking. This dude, get real, dude. What are you doing? Get
real.
Pick your genre. What are you doing? It's like when Aerosmith did Run DMC. It's like that's the most cringe shit in the world.
What? That's the crossover of the century.
Is that how it goes?
Yo, walk this way.
Is that how that song goes?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Wait, are you not familiar with it?
No.
Yeah, remember when they did Walk This Way?
I know the one with Public Enemy and Anthrax. I know Brandon
that's
Noise.
a sick one because of Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Dude, did you see those remakes that are coming out?
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
You would if you had a system that you could play it on.
No, I would.
Yeah, you would.
It's play the old ones, dude. I'm sick of like this shit where it's like, you're not gonna be a kid again when you play this.
No, but it's
you're just
still
taking your
sick to play
money,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
Play the second one again then.
I want updated graphics though.
Yeah, but updated graphics are bullshit, dude.
There's new mechanics in the game. They remake these games entirely.
But that's what made those games good, was that the mechanics was harder. They were.
That's not a hill to die on, man.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not, and it's not valid because it's like it's okay to have change sometimes.
Are we talking about?
Yeah, but it's not okay to fucking.
We're talking about concepts now.
It's not okay to fucking remaster shit and get money from people because they want to relive
from
their
Sumerian
glory
riffs to
I feel like
Tony Hawk
in certain cases I
Hawk,
agree with you because there's a lot of reskins of games that are like dog shit. That's like this is clearly a cash grab and they put no effort into it.
That's
but
what this is.
I don't think so.
They put
it's like a
effort
restructuring
into
of the entire game. Like you're building it from the ground up again.
Yeah, it's like
I think that's a little more respectable.
Pretty much a brand new game, but they just took all the themes from the original.
I think it's still a cash grab. I
think you're a cash grab, motherfucker.
I'm a fucking hooker.
All right, a new skateboard.
We were gonna talk about your new music for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
10 seconds earlier.
Is it gonna be like Sumerian shit?
Yeah, dude,
it's Dead Mouth 5.
Yeah, it's Dead Mouth 5. You ever see his fucking YouTube like masterclass? when they have like the masterclass fucking
I love the
ads. And it's Dead Mouse and he's just like pressing buttons and he's like,
every time I hear singing, I just think like,
and it's like
it's
just
funny.
talking all this mad shit about
turns
everyone that fucking ripped him off, that he should be gracious for the fact that why he's rich for being a fucking drug addict.
Who?
Dead Mouse.
Damn, dude.
Does he say that?
No, you know what I'm saying with like the fucking
I love those mouses.
the fucking the masterclass the masterclass things on YouTube. And you see like the ads for him.
Oh yeah.
And Dead Mouse has one.
Yeah.
And he's like,
it's
he's
Dead
like,
Mouse 5.
he's like fucking with his fucking DAW or whatever. And he's like, see, you just do this, and that's basically every trans DJ.
The masterclass,
yeah. And you're like,
he says that?
You're like, dude, yeah, it's like, what? Show some graciousness for people that like.
I don't even know how to use this equipment.
Why you fucking are a millionaire because a bunch of fucking drugged out motherfuckers tried to be you, dude.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, just like. Show some fucking class, bro.
Yeah.
But he's like that.
I don't even know how to use this equipment.
Does he do it at an angle just because he wants to
It's so
people to like
fucking
him?
stupid, dude. When I saw that,
because he wants to separate himself from all the other
shot.
stupid drugged out shit that he influenced.
when I
even
saw
though
that
he
fucking
doesn't.
shit, I was so pissed off too. I was like, this is the fucking stupidest shit. If I say another slang word, then you have to edit it out.
That's what they're called.
It's like,
slang
you know what?
words.
At that point, just leave it. Cause I am your maker. I am from Michigan. I represent. Charlie, and I drink Mountain Dew, and what do you do? I am the alpha. It's like, dude, you're from Michigan. Fuck off, dude. You went to any other state, you'd have the biggest pussy ginger I've ever seen in my life.
You're gonna wake up in a fucking van, dude.
King A10, one straight, you fucking piece of shit. It's like, you think you're such a badass?
What zip code?
I am the alpha.
Westchester, Illinois.
Nah. No, but seriously, fuck all those people. And fuck that guy. What was it, Deadmau5?
Deadmau5, yeah.
Yeah. The masterclass?
There's a really funny
This is
one.
a good dark turn, dude.
Yeah. I hate that guy.
Yeah, I think it's very funny, but I'm also like slightly uncomfortable. But like, it's
you're
good.
fine.
Yeah, it's
There's a
good.
really funny one. Whenever I watch poker videos, that dude Dan Negreanu, who's like a really good poker player, he fucking like does a master class, and they have the thing, and he's like, "You can't be all loosey goosey eating a sandwich at the table."
Is that the guy that hates women and shit? Is that dude?
No,
He says like shit about women players. He's like, they're bad because they're
no,
women.
that's a pool player. That's Mike Siegel, the
fuck,
pool player,
yeah.
and he's playing this chick for like $1 million, and she's like,
Oh, Mike Siegel?
Yeah,
I
Mike
love
Siegel
that
he's
guy,
amazing.
yeah.
He's one of the best pool players like ever, dude. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Besides Earl
He
Strickland.
talks a lot of shit.
Yeah, he does, but he's
Earl
playing.
Strickland talks the most.
He's playing
shit,
this
though.
woman, and
Yeah.
like they interview him, and he's like, "Well, I just think she's gonna lose because she's a woman. There's no way she's gonna be better than me."
Yeah.
And she's and everyone in the
How old
audience
is
like
this guy?
booing
Edit
him.
this out.
He's in
No.
like he was in
You can't say that anymore.
Oh no!
No,
I thought
it's
you
funny,
were
though.
teeing something up. I was like, stop!
yeah.
no, but he was playing. He's like a big. He did the pool shots for Color of Money, that Tom Cruise movie in the '80s. So he's like,
oh my god!
he's
So
like
yeah,
in his
he's up
60s
there. So
and
he's
shit,
okay.
yeah.
I understand why he's saying that.
But he's
It's
like
not
talking
right,
mad
but I
shit about this
understand
girl, and
why.
everyone's booing him, and he fucking mops the floor with it. Yeah, dude, he beats her like
Backs
fucking
it up.
like
All right.
9 sets to 3 or some shit. It's like
I saw
insane.
that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
that's a good one too.
The pool players are the shit.
Dude, yeah, Earl Strickland's so fucking funny too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He gets
hilarious.
pissed
Sick.
off and
Who's
breaks
that
his
one?
shit.
Not pool. What's the other sport?
Snooker?
Snooker. Who's
Yeah.
the main dude in that?
Snooker.
That's like crazy. He's hilarious.
There's
What's his name?
fucking it's not
He's
Johnny
like
Archer.
he's like a hothead nutcase.
Fuck
And
his
he
name,
has
that
a
guy.
show on
the
Travel
John
Channel.
McEnroe.
Yeah, he's I know who
What's
you're
his
talking
name?
about. I can't fucking remember his goddamn
The
name.
snooker player. Fucking
Dude, Dave, all the fucking songs you've been posting on this show so far have been like 10s.
Yeah, aren't they
dude.
sick?
Yeah.
Dude? I am the And I love the classic like Disturbed move is like to like when you're about to bust out like one of your hardcore lines is when you like look up at the sky and you like put your chest back.
Uh-huh.
Ronnie
And that's
O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He's the
dude.
best. Like he's the
He's
shit.
the
dude.
Omega.
Yeah, he is the Omega, dude.
Oh,
It's
that
like
move?
that move. Like when
Yeah.
you go,
Dude, you should try that on stage, man.
yeah, I should. While I'm playing guitar, dude.
Yeah.
That'll go.
Dude, you
great.
should do that at your wedding.
Yeah.
That would be
I should
sick.
sing that song on the
Dude, you
stage.
should-
I am the alpha. I am the omega.
That would be
you should
awesome.
fucking-
Yeah.
Like, what
He
a
would
power
shake you in a
move.
second.
Dude, you should fucking bread yourself for your wedding, dude.
Bread myself
Yeah,
and
dude.
deep fry myself.
Yeah, dude, put your.
I think she's home now and she has food. So I'm probably gonna leave.
All right.
I just
Let
understand.
me,
bread
see,
yourself,
let me
dude?
see what she said. I hope she has bone of beef.
Boner beef
Was that
is
the game
sick,
plan
dude.
for tonight?
It says come upstairs.
Boner
baby.
beef is the shit, man.
Dude, how good is it?
It's awesome. What do you
Boner-
get- what do you
I
get
love
there?
boner beef.
Boner or Portillo's? Beef.
I think Bona.
Beef.
Bona has
I think
better
Bona
beef.
is
Bona's
better
got
beef.
better
Yeah,
beef.
for sure.
Me
And
too.
Portillo's beef, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
Portillo's has better like burgers and dogs for sure.
Ooh, I
especially-
don't know.
especially
Bono's got
burgers.
some decent burgers, I think.
I think their burgers are better at
They
Portillo's.
do.
But
Yeah, Bono's got, I think,
I didn't think
I like
so
how
either.
greasy
Maggie
Portillo's
turned me
burgers
on to Bona's burgers.
Yeah, they have
They're
some good
actually
burgers.
good. They
Did
have
you used
some
to give
good
her
weird
shit
ones.
about it?
What?
Huh?
Did you used to give her shit about it?
Oh yeah.
You're like,
I'm
how
a
the fuck are you
Portillo's
not
guy,
going to get
dude.
beef from that place?
you get a beef and a burger, dude. Fat guy
But
style.
you know what?
Do a
Portillo
combo.
Yeah.
Bona burgers or beefs, so good.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know
they're
if
definitely
they're
better than
Spicier. They're
Portillo's.
spicier.
Yeah,
or
they're way
something.
better than Portillo's.
Portillo's
Portillo's just
is a
plain.
salt.
It's like roast beef. Yeah.
It's with salt.
Oh, I thought you said assault.
It's like you're assaulted.
Yeah, it's
The beef
assault.
beats the shit
It's
out of
assault.
it.
Restaurant.
Omega. Yeah. That's on fucking.
Every time someone says Omega,
that's by like Cermak, right?
What?
Isn't that off of Cermak? Omega restaurant? The one on like, it's like Cermak in Harlem?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
No, you better
It's like a family restaurant.
F words.
I marked them. You're good.
God, it's so hard to not. How many people listen to this that'd be offended?
0.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You should still edit it out.
So yeah, risk I'm not willing to take.
Comments on YouTube now from people I don't know.
So. Yeah, same.
What a goddamn good word, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hey, we were all in grade school once. You kid.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Dude, I remember the first time I heard the word.
Say now, it's that.
The first time I heard the word gay rod.
Powerful,
I don't know. Ooh,
that's a good one.
I heard gay rod before I ever heard the word gay.
Think of something
really?
positive instead.
That was how I discovered it.
It's a good one, though. I haven't heard that in a while.
What is that, teacher?
You're such a friend.
No, this is just anybody. This
Friend.
You're such a fucking
damn.
friend.
Direct call out.
What?
Cut that out.
You mentioned somebody that we work with.
Oh, okay.
Right, I gotta go eat.
All
right, man.
You enjoy your.
I'm hoping I gotta go eat.
Yeah, you got that beef? Can you send me a picture of what you're gonna eat when you're up there, so we can look at it down here?
You can put it on the.
Dude, me and Alex are gonna hit up Danico's after this. So
yeah,
I can't believe you guys are slapping my hands, dude. It feels
I got
so
this.
good.
I
so good.
I got that sanitizer on deck.
Give me some of that.
Hold on, I gotta rub mine in first.
Too late now,
dude. I'm not gonna be one of these people that's gonna take a moralistic stance about touching somebody.
Well, based off of Danny's algorithm, this is bullshit. So
it's true. He's crunched the numbers for us, and yeah, we should be good.
You think Aaron Wheels is worried about it?
I don't know if anybody could ever see that. We have this. I think this is yours.
Yeah, Dave, it was a Dave gift. All right,
man.
We'll see ya.
Peace out. Aaron Wheels says peace.
Good talking to you, man.
It might be a limited.
Yeah, I know. We're not removing it from the package.
Ooh, is it rare?
It could be rare.
I think it's like $5.
I mean, when have you ever seen a wheelchair Hot Wheels?
Today, man. I'm holding one. It's in the palm of my fucking hand.
God bless you guys.
Yeah, God bless you too, Dave.
Fun eating Bona,
I
dude.
love you, friends.
Yeah, love you too, man. Love you too, friend. I love you.
I love you.
Oh, it's a real song.
Give me see that guy.
Isn't it? It's like it's Nickelback song.
I love you.
No, that's something else.
Oh yeah,
That's not Nickelback.
No,
I think
The
that's like an
melody's something
actual
else.
country artist.
No, that's a fucking rock song from the early 2000s. I think.
I think it is a Nickelback song. I think
it
he's
is
right.
Nickelback,
Yeah. What's that other song? Western. Was Dave getting drunk or getting high?
Both.
Okay.
he was both.
Yeah, he had some sort of vodka blend. I think.
That's what that was. It must have
Not
been
water.
Yeah, it took him a while to drink that. So that's
Yeah,
why.
once I realized that, like,
real slow.
once he started doing the whole Born of Osiris,
dude, that's what I was
Memorial
so
Day
hoping
weekend,
when
bro.
I saw them practicing. I was so hoping he would come and join us.
Really?
I told you like a year ago I wanted to do a podcast with Dave, and I'm happy that I fucking did.
Yeah.
I'm fucking so that was the shit, dude.
Yeah, he's the man.
That was so fucking funny, man.
Yeah. He's
Talking about shitting in his tub every day. That's so sick, man.
Yeah.
How fucking badass is that? And not being ashamed of it.
He's got more stories like that.
Yeah, he makes himself out to be like a real big piece of shit every time I talk to him about his past.
Dude, he's the only person I know that has a house.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. And like he's about to have like a marriage and
dude, but he's like actually
he like runs a business and shit.
Yeah. He's has his shit together in a certain way, but it's like funny.
Dude.
Yeah.
Took him it was a lot of steps to get there, as you could tell from some of the stories he told, but he's there now.
The only other guys I know like that are like the Thieves guys.
But they're older too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
We're almost there, Alex.
Hey, what's that, Shani?
I'm almost 30. What was that, Shani? I'm gonna be 29.
Yeah. far away.
You're gonna turn 30 before me, so I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, a month and a half.
Let's talk about this music.
Oh,
yeah.
We keep getting away
After
from it.
Yeah, before I kill you.
So where did this come from? Where did this
I got Reason from Free from Work. I got Reason 11 Free from Work because Jason told me about it.
great
He's like,
fucking program?
yeah, he's like, did you fucking see this email about how we can get Reason for free?
Grab it.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, you're so mad.
And he forwarded it to
Shit,
me, and
it's awesome.
I fucking grabbed it, and I was like, it was like a couple days in, like I wasn't able to work from home yet,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I was like playing Doom and shit, and I was like, oh, dude, I got Reason from Work for free. I gotta download that and like fuck with that, and I did, and I just started
That's awesome.
doing shit. Yeah,
It sounds great. I love it, man. I
Thanks,
love the
man.
stuff you've been writing. It's really
yeah.
cool.
I mean this fucking last one it's definitely like not. I'm gonna release it on the 5th, and as of what's today, the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24th, I think. The
Uh-huh.
24th. I'm kind of close to being done with it, but this one has been hard to do. The third installment is hard.
Why?
Just because like I've already done 12. Like the first one was like I wrote all those songs in one day. It was like I got this new program. I'm excited
Right.
about it. It's coming out
Inspired,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah, I just did it and it was done. And the second one was really similar, but I wanted to take more time on it because I knew a little bit more about how to use the program.
Mhm.
And now this one, I'm like, oh, 6 more fucking songs. And I came up with all the idea because like,
Are you always trying to do 6 songs?
yeah, I'm going to do 6. And the second one, like the second False Reality installment was like, I did it and I was finished with it a week before it came out. And so that week I had nothing to do like before it was uploaded onto Spotify and shit. I had nothing to do. So I was writing other ideas. And I'm basically like all the ideas that I came up with that week are like for this one now. And
Oh,
so
okay.
like I've just been like every day just like taking maybe like
Chipping in a
yeah,
little
like
bit.
anywhere from 10 minutes to 2 hours, just like thinking about a song,
Right.
you know, and like adding to it or seeing what could work. And I don't know, it's cool because I'm like doing like a little bit different sounding shit now instead of like everything being like really like the first idea of like what I had. It's
Mhm.
like, I'm kind of like, well, what if I did this? Like there's this one song that I'm thinking of making the first, that's probably the one I'll give you guys to premiere for this. I was thinking about like it has like this really cool like driving drum beat on it, and then like I added this keyboard part and it was like all pretty, and I was like that doesn't fit, but I was like, but if I had done that for like the first one, I'd be like I just keep that there because whatever, I don't have time to think
Right.
about it.
Set it.
Uh-huh.
Move
But
it.
now like I'm like this one I've been like thinking more about shit, and it's kind of cool the way shit's turning out a little bit different than what I would have intended it
Yeah.
to sound, but it's still in general like I posted some shit on the page yesterday when it was raining and I was working on this one song, and it was like I was gonna have a rain sample at the beginning of the song anyway because it
Nice.
sounded very rainy, and I thought of the idea while I was watching the first Death Wish movie,
Oh fuck yeah.
and it's like this Rhodes piano thing with like this saxophone thing on it. So I was like, oh cool, it'd be sick if I like added a raining clip and I like played it, and it's like it's not like anything that I've done yet, which is cool. So I don't know. I was just like, I'm fucking with shit, and it's gonna be like a lot. It's gonna be a lot like sadder than the other two. Like there's a lot of groovy, there's a lot of groovy shit on the first two, and this one's like not as groovy, and it's more like bleak.
I like
'Cause
those
that's
songs
what,
though.
yeah, that's what came out. So I was like, fuck it, let's do
The
it.
last song on the newest one, is
That's-
really, last
yeah.
couple songs I really like.
That's
a
my
lot.
that's my favorite song. The I don't think we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song that I've done. I think that song's the shit, and I hate it because like you can see in Bandcamp like what people listen to.
Oh, it's
on
the
it.
worst. It's
And
never
like,
the one
it's
you
the
think.
last song. It's the last song on the record, so people never listen to that
Oh,
one. I'm like,
yeah.
that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And that was how it was with the first False Reality. Like the song at the end is the longest song. It was the last song, and like so many people, it was like the red skip thing and the yellow not finished, and there was like 2 green. I finished this whole song, and I was like, that's the
You
one that I
sons of
want you to
bitches.
listen to. That's my favorite one. But I mean, people listen to. It's structured. The new one's structured the same way. Where like I like to structure it. Like with the first one, what I did was I like loaded the first 2 songs as like the fucking catchy songs. Then the third song slows it down, and then the 4th and 5th song are a little weirder, and they're also kind of catchy and groovy, but they're not like, you know, front load those songs just the way they sound. It's like this is more of a back song, and then the last song is like
Grand finale.
yeah, the
was a
grand
big one,
finale,
yeah.
longer, slower song. And I think that's like a great way to structure 6 songs. So
Yeah.
that's kind of that's what I did with the first and second. That's what I'm going to do with this one, but it's just
Nice.
gonna be a little bit different. But Yeah, I don't know. It should hopefully be done. I think it'll be. I don't think it. I'm not worried about it. I think it'll be fine. I just keep getting sidetracked by playing Grand Theft Auto and shit when I should be working on the shit. But I mean, like the skeletons for all the songs are there. Like I know what they're all gonna do and where they're gonna go. I just a lot of the
getting the ideas.
Yeah, like the mixing shit and the minutia of just like making sure like the details are in the right order. Like that's where it's really come down to. But otherwise, it's pretty much done. I just got to do the fucking nitty gritty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The nitpicking of it. Yeah.
But that's kind of where I'm at right now. And that's my least favorite part.
Right.
It's
like the work.
The best part is when the idea comes out and you're like, whoa, this is going to be the shit. And then when it's like the details, you're like, oh, great, I got to like do that part. But so it should be out, but I mean, it'll definitely be out. I'm not going to let myself not do it. I got to release it on Bandcamp free royalty free Friday and have 2 people buy it and I'll get full royalties.
Hell yeah.
Smooth sail it.
Hasib will always buy it and my cousin and Aaron Rowe will always buy it probably. So fuck it. Shout out to them for
that's sick. Hell
music.
Yeah. Jonathan OG, man.
Yeah, dude. He's the OG. But it's been fun. Like I just been writing shit to just write shit, And after this, I'm probably gonna start calling shit different stuff, and I got some other ideas. I wanna. I don't know. I listen to like YouTube recommends me like really long synth albums from the 70s and 80s, and like basically probably what I want to do next is like, well, I want to write like piano songs, and then I want to also write like a 30-minute song and movements or whatever. Like, I think that'll be the next thing. I don't think I'm going to do any self-titled EPs anymore. So this will probably be the last one because I'm burning myself out with the idea. It's just hard, man. And it's like the first 2 were easy, and I'm like, oh fuck this third one. I was because when I started, I was like, oh 3 will be good to do. It'll be good to do 3 of them.
Right, getting over that hump.
Yeah, and now I'm like, oh, this third one's a fucking pain in my. It's hard to fucking. Hard to do, man.
You think it's hard because you're less willing to settle, or do you think it's hard because like
it's hard just because it's hard to fucking
uninspired?
It's hard to just keep
that flow going.
Because literally like the last 2 months, all I was listening to is the shit I was writing. Like I wasn't really listening to a whole lot of music, and like you burn yourself out listening to like your own shit, and you're like, fuck, man, like what could I even do different? Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of it's like, yeah, what could I like. You're thinking about too much about like what the fuck you're writing, and you're like, I could be doing something else, or I could be doing this, or I could just be like trusting what I first heard and I could just do that, but that's not as interesting,
right?
At least to myself, but it might be interesting to people, so you don't know. So it's like fucking.
That's one thing I always notice. Kind of what like with music. It's like with music you write is like you were saying like, oh, that the last song is like that's my favorite song, and then you look and you're like, okay, this has like a couple plays, like what the hell. And it's like, that's the song? That's the one that has a bunch of plays? Like, what the hell's going on? And it's like, and that's always like the one where you're like overthinking, where you're like, it's not that good, but it's good enough, and we're going to put it out. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, everybody seems to resonate with that song for whatever reason.
A lot of times, like, I'll usually like go to the longest song on the record. Like, I'll listen to the first song on the record, and then if I kind of like that, or if I kind of don't like that or something, like I'll skip to the longest song. Like I always like listening to the longest song on the record.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I always
Me
feel
too.
like other people are gonna do that, but they never fucking do. But it's only
a very metal thing too.
Yeah,
like long last song, big grand finale is like a huge thing in metal.
Yeah,
like it's so big.
Yeah,
you have to have it.
It's a huge. Yeah, it's a fucking. I love that like structure of like an album where like the last song is the big grand finale payoff. Like it's shit, dude. It's our fucking record has that.
It's weird when records don't have that to me.
Yeah, I think it sucks.
Very strange.
I think it's weird where it's like
hip hop's one of those genres where there's a lot of outro tracks, and it's always like sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's just really
that's probably more like interlude weird, then, right?
A lot of
kind
times,
of. Sometimes it's like dialogue driven. Like Kendrick Lamar's last songs are always like pretty fucking out there, but they're cool. Like
he always has good shit. But like a lot of dudes will have just like singles that came out between the album as the last song on the record. Like fucking Drake did that with like Hotline Bling, and Uzi did that with XO Tour Life and shit. Like sometimes you just do that where it's like, oh, like it's like classic pop rock shit where it's like, oh, this single came out for SpiderMan or something, so like let's put it at the end of the record because it was in between albums. Some shit like that where it's like but Yeah, like Kendrick Lamar gives a shit about his closers though.
Yeah, like on To Pimp a Butterfly, the last song is like it ends with like a fictitious interview between him and Tupac. It's like insane.
Weird.
Really?
Yeah. It's cool.
Does he do that throughout the album, or is it just always the last track?
On that record specifically?
I mean, he talks a lot. I'm not familiar
with like his stuff.
He talks a lot. Like there's like a lot of monologues on the record in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
like
the only
scripted
part.
monologues or something. Or
yeah, he talks
some of them. Yeah, they're written.
I remember he was conflicted.
But does he do?
Yeah,
like that. Like you said, with like another person.
Not all the no, usually not.
No, yeah, he does a lot of shit like in his songs where he pretends to be another person when he's doing that. Like what's the one song where he's like crying when he's rapping and it's like the shit?
Oh,
it's on there. I think is it you or is it I? It's one of those songs.
Yeah. I forget which one, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's like pretending. It's like he does like different voices to be
different
people.
roles. Yeah,
and he's trying to be like. There's like this one character in the album that's like a dog named Lucy. That's like Lucifer. That's like trying to like convince him to do shit and stuff. It's like he pretends to rap like that too. Like he changes his voice to be like Lucy and shit. And like, he does a lot of that shit. But yeah, like of Tupac that's the only part he does on that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. And
that's pretty out.
And he references Tupac a bunch in like Damn and stuff. And he talks about faking his death and moving to Cuba and shit. And like,
really?
And that's what kind of shit makes me feel like that he maybe like Tupac ain't dead. And he is contacting Kendrick Lamar and telling him that he's the shit. And Kendrick is like throwing his references in the music.
Fair enough.
Why not?
Yeah, he's an insanely sick musician. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I'd be excited to hear his new shit because he hasn't.
It's been a while since the last record came out.
Well, damn, and then he did the fucking Black Panther soundtrack, which was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then, which I feel like a lot of that shit was probably like collaborative and like leftover shit from Damn.
You think so?
Yeah, it came out like less than a year after Damn came out. Like,
I never listened to that soundtrack.
There's a lot.
Did he do the whole thing?
He's like.
I know he's on a lot of the songs.
He's on most of it, and a lot of it's very collaborative. But he's like the main. He's on like I think pretty much everything. Like he's the one thread for the full record that he's on all the shit, you know. But then like a lot of people from like Top Dog and shit are on that. Like SZA's on like the one song, and his whole crew and shit. Like his whole like
that's cool though.
Producing team is on like all the shit. James Blake and fucking J Rock and shit.
Oh, James Blake produces Kendrick Lamar shit.
Yeah, he did that song Element.
Oh.
They can take me on my element.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that song. And then he did that fucking La-di-da-di-da Slap on My Knob song.
Oh.
James Blake produced that song.
I didn't know that with Future.
Yeah.
That song's sick. Yeah. That's wild. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I knew he was a producer. I thought he was.
Yeah, James Blake is like super in with like all the rap guys. Like they love
I know. It's fucking insane.
Because he's just like, by all accounts, he should have just been like some like Coldplay type dude.
Yeah.
You know, but he like took this weird like hip hop turn and it's like super sick, dude. I think he's like the shit, man. I love James Blake. And like,
his solo music is cool.
He's one of those dudes that like when you listen to him, you gotta like not think about wanting to sound like him because he's like really good. And you're like, if you be like, oh man, I'm gonna write a song that sounds like James Blake, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes. You're like, I can't rip him off or like try to be inspired by him because I'm just not that good.
It's too evident. Guys like Frank Ocean are like that too.
Yeah, that too. Frank Ocean is a super one where I can't listen to him if I'm trying to write music because it's like I'm gonna try to sound like him and it's not good.
Yeah.
Although the first song on False Reality 2 was like, I tried to rip off a Frank Ocean bass line and it turned out to be completely different.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be sick.
Sick.
Actually,
that's funny.
That was a good move.
What song?
The Beach Town, the first song.
Oh, what song were you trying to rip off?
There's a song on Endless called Comme des Garçons.
Yeah.
Where if you listen to the bass line and that, it's like the progression is very similar.
Sick.
But it's like so different that like you probably wouldn't know unless I told you.
Do you listen to Blonde Radio when you played Grand Theft Auto 5?
I was until the 1975 album leaked, and then I just started listening to that. I would just put that on, like I would put it on my phone and put it in my headphones, or I would just put it on like Windows Media and listen to it. But
dude, how good is that fucking record?
Yeah, it's the shit, dude. It's the fucking. When I was listening to it yesterday, I was like, I had this like funny vision in my head where like it was like a theme park.
Uh-huh.
Because like when the first part of the album, like pretty much everything from the first song up until Birthday Party, it's like the entrance of the theme park.
Definitely.
Like, that's what you're going to get. This is like, those songs are like what you're going to get for the whole record.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. And then like you get to the 90s section of the record. So that's like whatever land, like Frontierland or something, you get to this part. And it's like a couple songs are like 90s.
Wow,
then, like,
some high shit.
Yeah. And then you get to like the next section and the next section. And it's like, I was like thinking it was like a theme park. It's like, oh, this is cool the way this album's structured, because it's very much like it flows in a way where it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah,
where
definitely.
The songs are, and it's really cool. I mean, there's a few exceptions, but I think that it was probably intentional the way they did it, but they probably wanted to switch up a little bit. Cause yeah, like there's some song like, Yeah, I Know is like not like, that's like,
well, those are those songs that are scattered within like the whole.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cause like if you think about it, that Jesus Christ song and Roadkill are kind of like that country-ish vibe.
Yeah.
So it's like, that makes sense. And then like, that No Rome song, and then the one where he does like the Roll the Bones rap, is like, those both have that like R&B-ish feel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
that's the next section.
Yeah, there's all these like pairings of songs. Yeah, and then like he always saves like the super sentimental songs for like the end of the record. You know, like on all the records. Yeah, it's always been like that. So it's very like.
Yeah, man, it's a theme park, dude.
Definitely, that's insane.
Yeah, it was a very sick.
Yeah,
I've listened to that album probably like fucking 15 times.
Have you listened to it front to back, no interruptions?
Most of the time I listen to it, it's front to back, but a lot of times I listen to it, I skip fucking the intro and people.
Yeah, me
Most
too.
of the times I do, but like full front to back, it's probably like 4. But
I'm trying to get Bill to download the fucking mixes on that Mindshare.
I downloaded the.
I still haven't got around to it. I was trying
to sync up the birthday party, like that like triplet field drum beat. I was trying to cut up the bass line in Too Shy to be like Tears for Fears, like dun 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 dun, and go along with Birthday Party, but it took me like an hour and I was still like fucking it up and it wasn't aligned with the metronome and shit. So I was fucking it up. So then I just like I took Too Shy and I took like all the sick parts and I like just fucking like slowed it down and pitched it down like 5 steps.
Oh, sick.
And it was just like really sick.
But yeah, send it to me. Yeah, send that to me, dude. It's sick.
Yeah, it was very cool, and I was like fucking with it too. But yeah, dude, the stems are like so fun to.
Yeah, are there a lot?
No, I mean it's just people and Too Shy and Birthday Party. So it's kind of like I wish it was something besides people, because those stems are not like fun.
I think they're gonna upload more gradually. They were saying.
I hope so. Yeah, I would love to have the fucking stems.
Frail State of Mind and shit.
Yeah, for Frail State of Mind. That would be like a dream.
Yeah,
I would just sample the shit out of that and everything I did.
I mean, they're so good. Yeah, and half the people that are listening to this right now are probably going to be like, I don't give a fuck. But if you guys are listening and you're trying to listen to something, like that's like the only thing that's exciting to me anymore.
Yeah, the new 1975 record is the shit, dude.
Yeah.
It takes you for a fucking wild ride.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
And it's like, it gives you your fucking money. It's 80 minutes of music, and it's like most of it's fucking really killer.
Yeah.
And there's no filler. Like Sum 41, dude. It was all killer and no fucking filler, dude.
Yeah, we don't fucking settle for that shit.
It's not fucking Chuck, the next album that they did.
Yeah, it's very true. It's not Chuck.
Yeah.
It's not just
Chudge.
Chuck face, dude.
Yeah. But no, that album's the shit, dude. And I'm probably gonna rip it off a bunch in my new writings.
I'm excited. Yeah, I had a feeling.
I mean, I already do like the sick drum beats and shit.
Yeah, hell
like,
yeah.
Yeah, there's like a sick like drum and bass fucking drum kit that you can do on that. It's like really fun.
On Reason?
Yeah, it's like really fucking fun to mess with.
Which version do you have?
It's 11.
Which one do you use?
Reason 11
5.
Reason 5. It's like Ben Weinman, Dillinger Escape Plan, Ironworks shit.
Right.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff in there that you can do in that soon. I still like don't know how to fuck with it. There's like sampling shit that you can do on it that I don't know.
The NN19.
How the fuck to do with it. The NN19
that program is the shit.
Like, yeah, and it's like it's so complicated. I mean, it's a bunch of stuff I could fucking do with it, but I just like don't have time to fucking sit down and think about it.
You can set it up relatively quickly, you know, and do some cool stuff. But yeah, you can get in depth with that particular like patch or whatever, and go nuts with it, but it's fun.
Because this is like one thing is like you gotta sit down and experiment with a lot of shit and reason. Like a lot of times when I have an idea and I want to sit down and write and reason, it's like already gone by the time I selected the right
Get it all together.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's like a bajillion instruments for each thing.
So a lot of times I'm just sitting down and I'm like, all right, let's see what fucking happens. Like, what did I listen to that I think is cool that I want to like try to do something similar to that feel. That was like when I watched Death Wish, I was like, well, I want to make something that sounds like fucking riding a cab in New York City in 1974. So let's just do that, you know? But like a lot of times you can't run in there with an idea.
No.
You're gonna lose it by the time you fucking figure out.
Best trick is to like just pull up a patch real quick and then get the idea down, regardless of like quite how it sounds. And then you can always go afterwards to be like, oh, let me find a better one.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain patches that I know are going to sound good for certain sounds.
Yeah, you start to remember the ones you like.
Like I have like orchestra, like symphony type things that are in mind. I have like fucking like lead sawtooth tones that I have in mind, but a lot of other shit, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that's going to be. A lot of the drum kits too, I'm like, I don't remember.
All over the place.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like weird, like, there's a lot of the drum kits are like half useless where I'm like, I'm not going to use like some of the dubstep ones are really cool. They have like really sick like bass drums and snares, but they have like all these like dumb like weird synth stabs. Yeah. Like, you're like, what am I going to do with that, dude? Nothing.
You can't
customize it, like swap those out.
You can, but like there's by that point it's like, yeah, exactly.
Because like they have this thing called Redrum, which is like the drum machine in there.
Okay,
and it's just like any other like mechanical drum machine you've ever seen.
Yeah,
you know. And what's not like I used to be a lot better with Reason because I used it in a production class, and that's when I learned about it and like fucking ran with it. I used it for all my recordings, as like for drum machine stuff, and then for all my backing like synths and everything. So I had a pretty good grasp of it before, and that was like almost 10 years ago. So it was nice to pick it back up. But what's great is what I used to do is I knew the kits well enough, you know, and I knew some of the weirder ones, and I'd be like, all right, I know I want like the kick drum from it, and I want the snare from it, but these fucking whacked out effects like gotta go.
Yeah.
So you could just load in individual ones, and I knew like, oh, the drum and bass one had like these weird little clicks that I liked, you know? Yeah. And I was like, all right, let's put that in there. Yeah. And then like the house kit has this really cool, like distorted cymbal sound, you know, like, and it got to that point where I knew it, but now I'm like so out of it that because the only reason why I think I told you
the only reason
why I picked up Reason again was, I wrote a song where
you had
like,
a good reason.
Reason. I needed like, I just wanted like these violin sounds. That's all I wanted. It was like little violin, like in the background. And I knew like, I'm like, Reason has it. It's a synth. It's not the greatest sounding synth, but it's close enough to it. And I was trying to find other like better versions, and it was like struggling to find anything that like, it would work. And I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm going back to Reason. And it took me 2 seconds to pull it up. I knew exactly what the patch and everything. And then I ended up going down this rabbit hole of, I was like, oh man, I remember like all the crazy synth stuff that's on there. Like the Maelstrom is like one of my favorites. Like,
oh dude, I love the fucking Maelstrom.
It's so cool, man.
That
like,
one is sick for like the if you're doing like any like sort of like rhythmic like modulator shit.
Oh,
like,
it's so much fun. Yeah,
I like the Subtractor one too. That's like
that one's
that's my favorite
cool
for like
stuff.
all the bass stuff in that one is like the shit.
Yeah,
those are all my favorite.
It is really good
tones.
for that. I like it,
but Thor is like the shit for anything that's like lead or
that was symphony. New like for me because I had I had Reason 3 I think when I started using it.
Okay,
and they didn't have that Thor, and then this new version I got.
Thor's got the Juno strings in it, and like I use Juno strings in basically every fucking song. I love like the way that sound. Like that's perfect.
Fuck, I'll have to check that out then.
And but yeah, like fucking the Maelstrom one, man, that shit is like when I figured that out how to use like those fucking that's a lot. That's a lot of it. Is like it's really nice to just figure out like if I was ever in front of a real synth now, I would probably know what
you would actually know your way around
exactly,
which is awesome.
Like you're fucking with all the knobs and shit. You know I know what they all do now. Like I know what attack and release and sustain.
Right.
All that shit does now, and I know what the fucking like and on the Maelstrom when you have like the fucking what's the knob? It changes the way.
Oh, like the sine wave and stuff like that.
Yeah, like that shit. Like that's all like really fucking useful shit to know. Like if I ever did get a synth, I would know how to.
Right, you wouldn't be like, "Fuck, what is this thing that came off the Star Trek Enterprise? Like, what the hell do I do with it?" Yeah,
I still don't know like the ones where you plug the cables in and shit. I have no fucking. where you like plug like the 4-inch cables into all the holes and shit.
Yeah,
those modular synths where it's like,
yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, but that's some
like what the dude from Doom used.
Nerd shit. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's a little out of my my range for that. I like the simplicity of. I mean, now you're probably like, yes, that's more simple. Like, but at first, probably, what the fuck is going on? But yeah. Even if you were to look at it, you'd be like, I don't know.
Oh, I'm already gone.
I don't know. Yeah, if you saw it, because it is built to look just like some of the synths that are out there. So yeah.
Oh, with like all the plugs and shit. Yeah,
well, not even just the plugs, but all the knobs and everything. Like it's just like a whole unit is basically there. But what's nice about it is, you can start fucking around. And you start to realize like what does what, and it's not as like complicated.
No, it's true. That's what's really nice. Yeah, you can like select a thing and like if it's like, oh, this is pretty close, but what could I do to make it better? It's like, I'll fuck with the filter envelope on it, and like that's like all I need to do.
Right, just to give it a little bit of something different.
Yeah, and then just like mix it, man. Dude, mixing is like so fun, dude. Like,
I know. That's what I've been doing like crazy for the last like month now.
Yeah, with all your. How many songs are you up to? Like 13 or 14?
10. I just finished 10. Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna do 12. I'm in the same boat as you, where it's like I'm at the tail end where
you had like
I knocked it out.
You were
like
emailing me like you had like emails like every day with like new shit.
Every day I wrote a song.
Dude. Yeah.
I did 7 in a row, I think.
Yeah.
And then there was the last 2, and then I currently have the 10th one that I finished. I actually sent out a copy to my one buddy Brian, because he's actually done every track so far. He's done something on it, which is cool. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad because I haven't gotten around to like getting the new mixes and then putting his vocals into them, and like it's like, sorry dude, it's just I got so much going on. Like unfortunately it's taken a bit of a backseat, but it was a struggle to do song 10. It was the first song that I started, scrapped it. Like I didn't finish it, but I had a couple ideas and I ended up scrapping it. I was like, I actually don't like this. And that was the first time I had ever done that. Before I was just like, that's the idea, we're going.
Yeah, let's just do
and that's why I was able to pump out so fast. And then I don't know. I don't even remember what the riffs were, but I was just like, yeah, I'm over that. Like, I don't want to do it. And then dicking around at practice, I think it was either Something Is Waiting or Roman Ring. Chord progression popped up that I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna end up. Yeah, I was like, I'll just keep playing it until I get in front of my computer and I can use it. And I did, and I had the idea down, and then got too busy to come like finish it. Mm-hmm. Came back, and I was like, I don't know. I'm like second guessing myself again on this. And I was like, fuck that. We're going to do it. Like you like the chord progression, just do it, and then, and then just kind of built around it more and more and more. And then the Reason thing happened where that kind of took over more of the instrumentation. It was less guitar and more drum, bass, and then synths. I was like, that's different. That's cool. That was way more fun and got me to a place that I never would have gotten to, before. And it came all together eventually, and like just kind of wrote. That's how these songs come together. They kind of write themselves for me. Like I don't really like think that hard. It's just kind of like, it feels like this is what's going to happen. That's what this is going to happen, and then just let it go.
There's very few shit that you like write where you're like, this could go in a lot of times when I write something, it's like there's like 2 or 3 ways this
couple
could go.
Paths, right?
Yeah. But like there's very few shit where you're like, this could go like 80 ways.
Right.
And when that happens,
I think you're kind of setting
it's really
your
hard
rhythms,
to do. Like that fucking the last song on False Reality 2, like that piano thing was like, I could do a million things with this, but I'm like, let me just do what most of the songs I've already done do.
Right.
Let's just keep it there. Yeah, let's just do that, because this could be like a million things.
And and really then you just drive yourself insane doing that. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, and there's so many ideas I've had over the years, like music ideas, where it's like just this 16 bars where I'm like, this could go a million different ways, and I just never do anything with it because I'm too much of a fucking pussy. But, I don't know. It's been a productive fucking shut-in time.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
like,
it is good.
It's the way to do it, man.
Just getting
like,
shit down and just, I don't know. I mean, hopefully, like, I can fucking, anytime I have an opportunity to fucking throw some music at somebody that, is either looking to collaborate or like is a movie maker or a fucking video maker of any kind that needs music. I just have like basically my plan with it. Is like I'm just gonna do this, and like if I ever have the opportunity to show somebody that like they can collaborate with me to do something,
it's like
I can like maybe
portfolio.
make even some fucking money doing it. Like that's all it is. And it's like if I never do, it's like at least I fucking did it, and I can look back.
Right,
and
you tried.
Like, oh, that was sick when I had time to do that shit, you know. So
see, you could have been doing this, but you didn't download Reason.
No, I don't know.
Dude, that'd be sick if you wrote a song in Reason, man. I'd love to hear what that sounded like.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where the fuck to even start. I don't know.
No, I think like if you really got into it, you'd have a lot of fun with it.
I don't even have anything to use it on.
You don't even need a keyboard. You can do everything on there.
I don't have a computer.
You don't have a computer?
No, I have a laptop from work.
Use the work computer.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
let's do that.
I don't think they're available anymore for us, but the downloads, no way.
I don't think they are. It ended in like March.
Yeah, maybe
software.
Another time.
It's like a 90% markup. Probably get it for dirt cheap.
Yeah, it depends on if we have like reps that can do that for us. Yeah, because they are definitely a 90% markup.
Dude, it's I know. I've had friends that work in sales or stuff, and I talk to them about software. They're like, "Yeah, it's like this much."
I gotta get some kind of video editing software, man. I don't know what to fucking use, but I want to
Movie Edit Pro.
More like that.
That's what I use, and I fucking by Magix or something like that is the company.
Yeah, I downloaded this free trial for that video pad that I used for the fucking like little like minute long fucking sampler for the last one I put out, and I did. I'm so lucky because I didn't know it had like I like downloaded and I'm like, I guess this is a free program, but I was using a free trial and I fucking exported one and I fucked up something on it. And I was like, oh, I'll export it. I'll fix it and I'll export another one.
It was
and
like,
then,
nah.
and well, I did. And then it was still like needed some change. So I went back in and I was trying to export it again. And it was like, oh, you only had 2 exports. And I was like, oh, well, at least I like fixed the first one.
Oh, man.
So I fucking did that. It was actually kind of a fun software, but I don't know, maybe like Adobe Premiere or something. That's like a pretty standard one. That's if I got good at that, right? If I got good at that, like that's at least a skill I could fucking tell people I had.
Right.
You know, so I know how to use Premiere. Besides that, and what's the Final Cut's the Mac one, right?
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna buy a
Final
Mac.
Cut Pro. I used to use that when I was in a video class in high school.
Yeah, they had that at my video class too.
Oh, really?
Final Cut.
Final Cut Pro. Yeah, I used to use it a lot. I used to do a lot of video editing when. One of my first bands in high school.
What the fuck? How come you don't do our video editing?
I don't know. I don't have anything to do with now. But I used to do like I was inspired by when Burning the Masses was recording Offspring of Time, which we talked about on a podcast with our buddy Sean.
Called After the Session.
Yeah, which I don't know when it's coming out soon. He's gonna let us know. So that's a future plug. But that Big Chocolate, the vocalist, he was doing like video diaries every day of them in the studio and just every day in his life. So I was just like, oh, I should do that at our band practices. And I did it. And people from like high school watched him and shit.
Remember when
that's cool.
Dead to Fall did Staying in the Fade?
Yeah, that was the shit. That was like half the inspiration was the Staying in the Fade shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun. Like I always used to like that shit. So now I like only like it with the bands I give a shit about.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like you see, and back then it was cool, but now there's just like so much fucking transparency with everything in music. And it's just like, especially in metal. And it's very like, to me, I just find it to be kind of unexciting because it's just like, I mean, it's cool in certain ways depending on your angle for it and stuff. But it's like, I'm not a production guy. Like, you know, I'm not. And I'm not like a gear dude. I've never really been. So it's always like, sometimes I'm just like, damn, do you really need to know everything you know, it's like, I mean, sometimes that's cool though. You know, it all depends on like your approach with that shit. So I get it. I just like, I don't know.
I've never been, I'm the same. I don't give really a shit about gear or anything like
that.
Like, I don't want to see,
well,
I don't care about
polar
that.
Opposite.
Yeah. I know. That's like all you.
I want to get the personality of the band. I want to see them fuck around and be funny.
I like that too.
But a lot of times nowadays when bands are trying to be funny, they're not funny. Back
when they're
in the day,
trying,
I remember bands used to be a lot funnier because they didn't have like memes and shit to rely on.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like
ready to use your own thoughts.
Yeah, like they don't. Yeah, they don't like fucking assume that I've seen all the dumb shit they've seen. Reference it, and I'm like, oh, they referenced something I saw once. They were actually funny. Like staying in the Fade shit was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, even the intro was like funny when they were all just like fucking burnt out, like waking up
Fried.
in the vans and shit. Yeah. John Hunt was like drinking out of a bong. That's so crazy. He's like a teacher in like Florida. He's got like gray hair and shit.
His music teacher.
That's so fucking funny, dude. What a sick dude.
Every once in a great while, they do a show.
Are those still up? Aren't they? They're supposed to be doing a new record.
Staying in the Fade is still up.
They're still online. I need to watch those again.
At least like last summer when I watched them.
Wow, I haven't watched those in so fucking long. Where they're on tour with Dead Hands Rising and shit.
Yeah, because it was like when Are You Serious was coming out.
Yeah.
Was when they were doing all that shit.
Yeah, they toured with like Winds of Plague too, right? Wasn't it Winds of Plague and with Dead Hands Rising and somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
I used to like with Dead Hands Rising a lot. I have their CD somewhere.
That's crazy.
Within Hell.
You guys saw that fucking Devil Driver album cover, right?
No. Is it new?
The new Devil Driver album.
Where'd you see it?
I mean, just like it's called like something with demons. Fuck, I can't remember, but just look up Devil Driver new album 2020.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like the lamest fucking Photoshop looking fucking
Dealing with Demons Volume 1. Oh.
Yeah. Look at that album cover, dude. It's
Volume
so
1.
Stupid
So they're implying they're gonna
they're doing a double record,
of course. Ugh.
Everyone wants a fucking Devil Driver double EP.
I can't get enough, you know? I get it.
Yeah, this looks like shit.
Man, it looks so stupid.
Oh, that is very not very polished looking.
Yeah, it's like photoshopped looking and shit. It looks like
like an idea for an album.
Yeah,
you know, like, hey, how's this? And Dez was like, perfect. We'll use that, but it's not finished. No, that's good, man.
They sent the wrong draft to the fucking editor or some shit. And he fucking printed that.
Oh, do you like the song "You Give Me a Reason to Drink"?
No, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in Middle America that are stoked about that song.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? What a sick, like, I'm not over my ex-wife song title.
Yeah, right in your 50.
You give me a reason to drink. What a fucked up thing to say. Very abusive and shitty thing to say.
It sucks, dude.
I can't believe it just sounds like a fucking dealing with demons. That's like, whatever, in AA, like, is that what this is? Like, that's what the vibe I get from a dumb album title like that. Yeah, they're on Napalm Records now, though, so.
Especially for, like, a band that old, though. Like,
yeah.
I could see, like, a band that's, like, they're 20-year-old dudes that are writing an album called Dealing with Demons. Like, if Omerta did that or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
It makes sense, but.
Yeah.
Or fucking, what's that band, Static Dress? You heard them?
I've heard the name. I haven't heard
like
them,
some like English band that's like
Static Dress, yeah,
emo hardcore shit.
Yeah,
they're kind of sick. I kind of like them, but I feel like old when I listen to them because
I feel old when I listen to Omerta too.
Yeah, but I think that band they just sound like Candaria to me. It's like the shit. It's like Candaria with like Slipknot shit in it.
Kind of.
You know, so it's like it sounds old school enough where I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see those guys, I'm like, oh, these guys are young. They're wearing like fucking like stockings and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're wearing fishnet like sleeves and shit. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. At least the one guy does. The other guys seem like pretty like street hard dudes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. That's when I look at something like that, I'm like, I really don't understand any of this.
I think that
I know.
Benny Boy song. Like Benny Boy, it just sounds like Danny rapping. I'm like, this is sick.
Danny? Yeah.
I want to show Danny Omerta because he shit.
Maybe he would. I don't know. He only likes shit that sounds like ulcerate.
It's true.
And gore guts. Dissonance. Well, shit, man. Do you want to get some Danicos or what?
Yeah,
I'm fucking hungry, dude.
Let's
go get some, man. You're already like halfway out of here, getting the fucking headphones tangled in your hair.
Yeah, I was trying to untangle it because it was pulling on my shit.
Stupid, you dumb. Stupid. You're so fucking stupid. You look so goddamn stupid.
All right, well, what do you got to plug?
So it's coming out.
False Reality 3, June 5th. Buy it on Bandcamp for $3.
What's the song called that we're about to play?
I don't have a name for it.
Name it right now.
Shit.
What's the working title?
The working title is Cool Beat 2.
Sick.
Okay, no. We need like a real title. That's not gonna fly.
Cool. What are you, a producer
2?
now?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's call the song I don't know.
Put him on the spot.
The isolation demos, the self distancing demos.
Yeah.
No, don't call it that. And anyone who writes about self isolation is a fucking loser because we all had to go through it. We don't need to be reminded of it again. Just like there's no good 9/11 songs.
The Eagle Cries?
It's not good, but it's the shit. You know what I mean?
No.
You know
yeah.
What I mean? Fuck a bean.
Fucko bean.
Why don't you go fuck a bean, dude? Oh, this bean's nose on all the right spots. No, but download my shit because it's gonna be good and it's not gonna be like every fucking synthwave album you see on Bandcamp that's just like a fucking it's a pink and blue and has a sunset and a grid on it and you're like, really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this again.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of bands that do that.
50,000 fucking dudes that do that.
So
shit.
what is yours album art? Do you have an album? Do you have an album?
Yeah, it's the album art's because so the first one was like purple, the last one was green. This one's gonna be like orange.
Cool.
And there's like my neighbors across the street have an orange like awning. So I like opened my window and there's like a screen on my window and I zoomed in and there's like a screen over this awning and it's blurry and it's like this orange awning with rain on it and it's like and I just like fucking
that's it. That's the album cover.
I just saturated the shit out of it in like a photo editor and it's really orange. Sick. And I just fucking flipped it so that it doesn't look like an awning, and that's what the album cover is. So fuck it.
Hell yeah,
I don't care. Awesome. The first album cover is Fred from Alice's when I was drunk and I took a blurry picture of him.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Fred.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then the second one is like me when I was on a train, and the thing is the windows are green tinted, so I took a picture of the trees. Mm-hmm. And this one is just my neighbor's awning. And that's what it is,
You're
man.
A genius.
Yeah.
You're a genius.
I just fucking do what's easiest because it's not a fucking big deal and it looks cool enough.
If you like it, yeah.
It's not fucking, it's not derivative of other shit because there's so much like vaporwave and synthwave shit that's just like, and not even that my music is that, but it's influenced by that for sure. But there's just so much of that shit where it's like, are we still doing this after 6 years?
Yeah,
it's like these. What are you're calling this song Neon Nights or like fucking Beyond Street fucking Neon Rebels or some dumb shit?
Dude, isn't it crazy that that's like reached that level?
Yeah, right.
Like it's fucking wild thinking about how big that trend has become.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this song's called Tokyo Sky, and it's like. Oh. There's 50 fucking songs called that.
Tokyo Sky.
I did actually. I discovered this one dude.
You want to name the song you're about to put on here? Tokyo Sky.
I'll call it Kyoto Hooker Fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah, let's call it that.
Are you actually gonna call it that?
No, I'm not gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it Bumming My Wife.
Bumming My Wife?
I'm gonna call it Bumming Her, dude. Sex in the Bum.
Okay.
The bum.
Yeah.
Just sex in the bum.
I got one in the chamber right now.
I'll call it something. I don't know. I'll call it, give me this Hot Wheels right here.
Careful.
I know.
It's rare.
I know.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but let's look it up. I'll look it up the price on eBay real quick. What's the guy's name?
I'm going to go with $4.
Are you?
Somebody want to Price Is Right and go $1?
What's the guy's name?
Wheelie chair, Aaron Wheels.
Oh, great. Aaron
Fotheringham. I don't even know what the fuck is.
Oh, Aaron Wheels, Hot Wheels. How much did you say?
$4.
I had $5.
What do you want to guess?
I'll do the Price
Is Right. You going $1?
I'll 99 cents it.
How much?
The highest I'm seeing is a limited edition purple for $6.20, but
purple.
The green one, the only green one I'm seeing on here.
It might be rare.
What, $1.49? $1.49.
Come on,
going to the big show.
It was fucking rippy.
You get to motorboat Drew Carey. He's not fat. He's not even fat anymore, so it's not even going to be good.
Yeah.
So what do you got to plug?
Stupid.
Same old shit.
Yeah, nothing, man. Listen to the False Reality, the new record.
False Reality 3.
That's going to be
June 5th.
Yeah, June 5th. It'll be out. So buy it on Bandcamp too, because
it'll put a link to your Bandcamp on the YouTube page.
Yeah. Listen to the first two as well. Listen to the last songs on both those records because they're good.
Yeah. Is that how you feel about the new one?
I'm not really like the last song is the one that has the least progress on it, so I don't really know how I feel about that one yet. But it's probably gonna be sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very similar, like 6-minute, like pretty song that's sad.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool. Like that's good shit. You know,
fuck yeah,
cinematic.
Closer,
like you said, it sounded like the last one sounded like a Japanese RPG.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's gonna have a similar feel to it.
Sick. Play some Chrono Trigger.
Have some Japanese melodies.
Hell yeah!
From listening to Ryuichi Sakamoto too much. But
shout out, big ups to Ryuichi, dude.
Ryuichi Sakamoto, yeah, dude, he's the shit.
Bob Sacamano, Ryuichi, Ryuichi Sakamoto,
dude. You know the best Kramer friend is definitely Lomez, dude.
Oh yeah, Lomez is the shit. Yeah. Lomez. What episode is Lomez in?
He mentions him like twice because Bob Sacamano is the main one. Then there's Lomez, and then there's
Because don't you meet Bob Sacamano?
Jonathan Raymond Schneider, who eats horse all the time.
Oh yeah,
yeah. John.
Yeah, I like Lomez.
Yeah, Lomez is the shit, dude. Yeah. And he has another. I think he has another friend that he mentions like in passing a couple.
Bob Sacamano. Yeah.
I love when him and Kramer like switch apartments. I watched that one the other day.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because the Kenny Rogers sign.
Yeah.
That's an awesome one.
And he's like, I was talking to Bob Sacamano. I thought he was Kramer's friend. Yeah, but he called around 3 a.m. We got to talking.
Yeah.
And
so funny.
Jerry Seinfeld is Kramer when he's just basically about to laugh the entire time. Right. He's just a shitty actor and he shouldn't be worth $1 billion.
Damn, shots fired.
Yeah, fucking Jerry Seinfeld can.
Yeah, that show really went off the rails when Larry David stopped.
Yeah, the last 2 seasons are so
it's
goofy.
It's just whacked ass shit.
It's very goofy.
Yeah, it's very self-aware too.
Yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
but Elaine was the hottest in those seasons because her hair was normal looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Elaine Bennett.
All right. Well, on that note.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
See everybody.
Oh, you know what? One
False Reality 3.
Last plug.
Fuck
yeah.
Masturbate to Elaine Bennett.
False Reality 3 on June 5th. Go on Bandcamp. Buy all of our shit because we get the most money from it that day. So Roman Ring. Go buy the Halogen if you haven't yet. Buy all the False Reality releases. Go buy some Something Is Waiting shit. Buy some Warforged shit on there. Buy our shit.
Buy some Baron Air shit.
Yeah, Baron Air shit too for Dave. We got to pour one out for him. And
he's poured the fallen homie.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's it. How about you?
Yeah, you said it for me.
Alrighty. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming back on.
Yeah.
We still got to have you on with Ivan again.
Yes, we do.
We'll make it happen.
We'll do that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool. Well, thanks guys. Bye.
Hey guys, if you like Nothing's for No One, like and subscribe. Go on subscribe to the YouTube page. You guys are on Stitcher, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta go subscribe on Stitcher, on SoundCloud. Follow them anywhere that there's a fucking Nothing's for No One page. Follow it, even if it's like some Filipino guy that named something wrong and he's not even related to this shit, or he's Brazilian or some shit. It doesn't have to be Filipino, it could be Brazilian. But like and subscribe any page that says Nothing's for No One. And keep listening, man. These guys are some good guys.
Perfect.
Yeah, here we go.
I love the world.